I didn't.
I'm club fucking footed, you ass wipe.
I didn't know what you were. I said there might be something wrong.
I'm club fucking footed, you ass wipe.
I didn't. By the way, I saw a picture of Eric. His foot is completely turned around. I don't
It's
know.
backwards?
Yeah, he has sneakers on, and his foot is completely reversed.
Wow.
He's got so many problems. Eric, what's going on with your foot? Are you okay with your foot?
My foot is not fucking reversed.
It is. I'm telling you. I'm looking at a
No,
picture.
it's not.
Red Rock.
Wait, where is that picture? Gary, I threw it out.
It's a little turn to the side, but it's not reversed.
I think it is, Eric. I hate to take your shoes on backwards then. Your shoe is completely turned
it's
around.
not.
Really? Have you seen the picture I'm talking
Yes,
about?
it is, Eric. I got to print it out again,
All
Howard.
right, print it out. I'll show it to Robin. She's a doctor. She'll tell you.
I play one on TV.
You might have a condition. I mean, on top of all the other conditions.
You think
I
you
was
ought
in
to
your
start
studio.
working on that one?
Well, I'm worried about him.
Do you walk at all,
I was
Eric?
in your studio in November. My foot wasn't reversed then, was it?
I don't
No
remember.
damn difference.
Anyway, so he had 8 people at the appearance.
Maybe when
That's
you're
what we're told.
relaxing.
Well, that's some appearance. Is that depressing to you, or do you feel good when 8 people show up? I guess he feels good.
Look,
It
at
was
least
fine.
he shows up for the 8 or the 80.
I just can't figure out what's going on with his foot. I said, Eric looks like that. You ever watch the movie The Fly?
Yeah.
And at the end, he goes in the machine, but he gets mixed in with, like, something else.
Right, Brindlefly.
I feel like Eric went in that machine and got mixed in with something.
Not all humans.
Brindle, Eric.
And the fly is winning.
Here, look at that picture. Tell me his foot's not turned around.
All right. Oh, my goodness.
See, Eric?
Whoa! That is wild.
Well, is it the sneaker or like
No,
the foot?
I don't even think
If
there's a,
you saw this, you'd faint.
I don't even think there's a foot in the sneaker.
I don't know what's going on there.
I really think it's like a stunt sneaker.
I think if I got up to walk over there and see it, I would faint.
Is that picture on the internet so the fans could see it?
Oh, it's a crazy picture.
There is a foot in that fucking sneaker. There's nothing
Oh, then
wrong with it.
you got a
Yeah,
problem.
let Artie look at it, and George. George will tell you. He's honest.
Look at that.
Eric, it almost looks like... It looks like there's a person laying underneath you, like with his feet to the outside. You know what I mean?
Right, George?
it
Is
looks
in
like it
Hard
doesn't
to
belong
figure
to
out
him.
how that shoe is directed that way. He's sitting on his leg, and is there a foot in that shoe?
Yeah, he says there.
The guy
Well,
I
then-
feel sorry for is the fucking DJ who's spinning records for no one.
Can I see? Yeah, they had a
Look
DJ
at
there.
that big hall, and there's nobody
Okay,
else.
let me
it's
have the
bizarre.
picture, if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is weird. It looks like he's
Spinning
sitting on
records
his
for the
leg.
singles night.
He's spinning records for 6 people. I think it's funny that Artie's worst nightmare is your best day.
Singles night.
Yeah, and there's a single person there.
What the fuck, singles
Eric,
night?
in the picture, you're sitting at a table, and I don't see anybody there with you. In other words, there's no fans lined up. There are no fans.
Because they hadn't gotten there yet.
So what was the total, Eric?
It was
8.
8.
And you're happy with that?
0
Yes.
point.
You are.
Zero.
I thought you had 200 tickets.
And wait a second, Eric, because I looked at all the pictures, so let's be fair. I saw 2 guys that were there that had things around their neck that clearly look like they worked there. Are you counting them as 2 of the 8?
No, they were after the 8 had come up.
All right.
All right, well, there
Oh, wait,
you go.
yeah, you're right. 10.
Well, congratulations, Eric. Thank you.
Right. And thank you to James Morris for setting it up.
All right, sounds like a successful evening was had, Robin.
Thanks to James.
I'm so happy for him.
Yeah, and get that foot looked at.
I'm double fucking jointed. There's nothing
No, there ain't no
wrong with the foot.
double jointed. That's quadruple
Part
jointed.
of my disability, jackass.
Well,
All right, but that's
Then
why I'm
don't tell us
asking.
there's nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's been that way.
All right, I was worried about you. Am I wrong to be worried about you?
I'm club fucking footed, you ass wipe.
I didn't know what you were. I said there might be something wrong.
I'm club fucking footed, yes.
I didn't know you were club-footed.
That's like, you know what,
I
Eric?
saw the sneaker and I said, "There's something wrong. I'm going to bring it up to Eric." That's concern.
I would be that way.
Eric, the ass wipe.
I would be that angry
What?
too if I was caught.
But why do you have to make fun of me? What did I do wrong? Because I cared?
Because you don't know.
Eric, the jackass.
Eric, how would I know that?
Hey, Fred, you like doing old bits? Eric, the piece of crap. Those are old, you fucking idiot.
Eric, I don't care about old bits. Could you, Eric, could you make up your mind about what you want to call? You keep blurting at yourself different
Eric,
names.
the idiot.
Eric, the idiot, you want us to call you?
Eric, the sack of shit.
How about Eric the
Move on
club
to a new
fucking
bit.
footed midget?
Eric, the shitty penis.
Eric, the shitty penis.
That is
Eric,
gross.
the bastard.
All right, Eric, the bastard.
Eric, the pathetic.
Make up your
chicken
mind.
shit, lame-ass, loudmouth, defensive, stupid, annoying, screwed up, retarded, game, jackass.
Eric, I apologize, but I assure you, I don't know of your affliction. I don't know what you have.
Right.
How would I know that? I was concerned when I saw your foot was turned backwards, and I said, I'm going to bring it up, and you should have it looked at.
Eric, the complaining midget.
All right. Thank you, Eric.
Eric, the shit cock. Fred, the asshole that doesn't know when to shut up. Eric, the loudmouth midget.
I thank
Find a
you.
new bit. Fred, Eric, the screwed up midget.
All right. Thank you, Eric. And congratulations on your appearance.
Fred just won an argument with a button.
I think you ought to look into doing more appearances. Thank you.
Danny, you're on the air.
Howard, what I have to tell you this morning is going to make your day.
Go ahead.
Martling and the Bayville Bombers really struck out yesterday, and you're not going to believe it. He tops himself like a traveling flea market. He goes downtown to have his CD signing.
This is the guy that was suing me for the photo.
Oh, but that's what I've got to say is 100% true. It doesn't mean you got to get mad at me.
I
If
thought
I
you
would,
put the right spin to this, Mr. Dan.
oh, you know what? If I say anything that's not 1,000% factual, you can have my pants. Now check this out.
I don't want your pants.
They're smelly, but check it out. He goes to have this CD signing and Stump the Joke Man thing. And,
Yeah, Jackie's new CD came out, so Jackie has a promotional tour.
Right, he's out doing signings.
He's out doing signings, and he was signing, I guess, in Wall Street.
He was in a booth.
In a booth.
On
Well, there
Wall
wound up
Street.
being no booth.
He didn't even have the booth.
All right, well, what happened?
So what happened is he comes in his Lincoln Town car, stops right in the middle of the street, comes like, you know,
God,
comes,
do I hate this guy.
Wait, let him talk.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter what
come
he
on,
says.
man.
I hate this.
Lincoln Town Car. Where'd you get? I know Jackie didn't pay for that.
Who must be Oleo Records?
Yeah.
Carl Olio paid for that.
Yeah.
they don't even pull it. They don't even pull into the side like a normal person. They park right in the middle, like from opposite corner to opposite corner, and they all have to get out. Look like clowns coming out of a car, like 1,000 people in there.
How many people were with you, Jackie?
Why don't you let him tell his story? I hate this guy.
Why do you hate him? Jackie, you used to, Jackie put out some book, and he takes the guy's picture and just puts it in there and doesn't pay him.
Doesn't get attribution.
But let me tell you, you do that to Jackie, all hell breaks
I was
loose.
very nice to this guy.
I figured out why he hates me, because he's a passive aggressive, and he doesn't like people who are a little bit smarter than him. But I'm part
No
Jewish,
kidding.
and I can't help it.
No kidding.
You're a jerk off.
Go ahead, Danny. So tell me what's going to make my day.
So what happens is he gets out of there, and they just try to start, you know, signing the CDs and stuff. And the police come over and they make him move to the opposite side of the street. It's a bright sun, and he's sweating like a pig at a Hawaiian luau. And he's wearing all black.
Were there a lot of people there?
There were quite a few, but I mean that whole area is crowded all the time anyway.
Right.
So
Jackie was trying to sell them
He
CDs?
was on the street.
yeah,
So was Jackie selling them the CD?
that's what he wanted to do. And it was like a sort of a kamikaze thing that they were going to do just on the streets of New York.
So what do
It
you
was
do?
set up by Coconuts, the record store.
So what do? You hand the money to Jackie?
I guess that's what they were going to do, so the policeman wouldn't
There
let
were
him
people
do
there
it.
from the record store, Howard, selling the CDs, and then
Why wouldn't the policeman let him sell the CD?
He had the wrong effing permit. He
So
had
Jack-
a permit, like, just to have a crowd, but not to
the guy
sell
from
anything.
Olio had a permit. And he was assured it was the right permit, and the guy said it was the wrong. It wasn't a permit where he was allowed to sell them.
It's another Jackie fiasco.
He didn't have a
I
vendor's
get that.
license.
So you didn't have a vendor's license, so you couldn't
He
sell
had
your
the
CD.
vendor's license, but he had the wrong vendor's license, according to the cop.
Nice. That Oleo really is high powered.
So the guys from Oleo handed them all out for free, and this guy's going to make them out and me
That's
out
funny.
to be douchebags.
Jackie wanted to sell them.
Give them all out for free. and you
And
know
like
what?
that didn't hurt, Jackie.
They didn't even have a booth, or at first they didn't have a table. They had them.
Did you
sitting
blow
on
your
an
stack, Jackie,
upside-down
like you would at
milk crate.
me if something went wrong?
No, I saved that for you.
Oh.
Yeah, they had them sitting on an upside down milk crate, and one fan says,
I
"Hey,
hate
Jackie,
this
you
guy.
finally got your throne."
I just hate this.
An upside down milk crate
is that
selling.
true?
You'd have a much better story if I had a broke his camera over his head like I'd like to.
But
Oh, he tried to have me kicked out of there, Howard. He says to the
That's not
bouncer,
true.
"He's
Kicked
such a
off the
wussy."
street.
Hey, Danny, did you try to take a picture, of Jackie? Because then he could use it.
100 pictures.
He could
It's
use
on
it.
my website, Getting to Howard. I have pictures of him with his shirt off, and I have pictures of him swapping spit with a female fan. It's really funny.
Wow. Well, let me tell you something. Those will appear in Jackie's next book for free.
I wouldn't doubt it. But he even tried to have me kicked out of there. He said to a bouncer, "Hey,
I
get
will
rid of this
spit
guy."
on you the next time I see you.
And
Right in your camera lens.
I'm on a public street. What's he gonna do? The bouncer's gonna make me go to New Jersey? The bouncer just laughed
I
at
will
him.
kick you square in the balls, and if you
me?
get a picture of it, then you'll have proof.
Why are you mad at this guy? I don't understand.
Jackie's
I
going to
love
end
this
up
guy.
like Alec Baldwin. He's going to end up going to jail.
Yeah, but why? But
I like
why is he mad
everybody.
at this
I don't
guy?
like this guy.
No, you don't like
The guy
everybody.
goofs- the guy calls it a goofs on him.
What is he goofing on? He's saying Jackie was supposed to have permits to sell.
He wrote 50 bad reviews of my book on the Simon & Schuster website. He's a stalker.
Oh,
He thinks he's funny, but he's a stalker.
So he couldn't possibly not like your book.
stalker.
He could
Man,
very
that's
You know,
the big adjective.
I'll tell you one thing about him, Howard.
Yep.
The guy shows up to all my appearances, and he shows
Not
up to
all of them, just
a lot,
three.
a lot of them, and shows up to John's too, and he takes a bunch of pictures. And
What's
then
wrong
he
with
just,
it?
And then he just mails them to me. No, I'm saying like he hangs around, but
But so
He's
what?
always been
That's
pretty,
what Jackie's looking for. He wants people to hang
He's
around.
been pretty good to me and to John.
Yeah. He's been good to Jackie.
Jackie
Howard,
used his picture. He liked it.
Jackie's mad at him because Jackie used his picture, and then the guy had the nerve to ask him for some money.
He
I have
never
the
asked me
perfect.
for money.
I have the perfect idea of what you should do. You should
What?
hire me to be the head writer, and that way it'll create a lot of friction on the show, and Jackie will finally stop selling all this junk.
So all of Jackie's CDs had to be handed out?
Oh,
He had
they
to give
weren't
them
even
away.
opened. All the people with them are so busy making the scene that none of them can open it. I felt sorry for Jackie. They
Yeah,
wouldn't
the
even
people had to open
CD.
their own CDs that they were given for free. That's another mistake I guess we made, right, Dan? You jerk off.
Hey, look.
Why are you mad at this guy? I don't
choose
get
to be
it.
mad at him.
What is the anger? Where is that coming from?
Do
He
it.
called up here and said he was going to sue me, and he freaked out Simon & Schuster. And he came to my appearance. He took some pictures of me. He sent me a few pictures. I sent him a big box of stuff. We had this nice relationship. And out of a clear blue sky, he said he was going to sue me. And I didn't like that.
No, he wanted you to. You used his picture in his book. You got to pay for that.
I don't.
Why? Why when you work you want to be paid, but then when someone else
Or
does
at
something,
least you ask permission.
Oh, because Jackie's angry.
Jackie sees the whole world as friend or foe,
Right.
And you are foe, you jerk off.
and he's generous if you don't want to charge him for your services.
Yeah.
Like he'll give you like
Like he decides what you're worth. Like you were worth free CDs.
probably.
Yeah, that's his way of paying you. You've been paid.
But the funny
It's the same thing when he owed Rodney Dangerfield $2,000. He paid him in jokes.
Pay him in
That
jokes.
Yeah.
Stupid bullcrap
Howard, the
story
funniest
that
thing
you
was
guys
when
play every
Nancy
night on
Sirianni came
E!
along.
What?
Friggin'
Nancy
myth
came
that you
along. They
invented,
were like,
Howard.
Ma.
Kick you in the balls, too, you
He
big...
calls it
Here he
Sirianni.
goes.
Howard, listen to this.
Yeah.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Was his wife there with him?
Yeah, she comes along afterwards and he goes, "Hey, Sirianni, they're making me give them away. I can't sell them." He goes, "Why, Jack? Why?" And he says,
Yeah, this is
They're making me.
this is pretty accurate. This is pretty
They're making me.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody's making
"It's
Jackie.
like Ma and Pa Kettle about fighting over losing the farm."
Gary, what? You cleared your throat twice.
Oh.
And he's so mad that he
Mom,
gave
Pa
away one
Kettle.
shirt.
Hey, Jackie,
Hey,
seriously.
Nancy, they're making me give away. They're making
Gary,
me.
just pointing out.
There's always somebody making Jackie do something.
They are
They.
always around
It's always they.
persecuting
Hey,
Jackie.
Jackie, I know what
They're making me do
It
something.
was very humiliating, and I expected everybody to call. I just wish it was anybody but this jerk off.
Jackie, I know it wasn't
I
your
like this guy.
I know it wasn't your fault.
I know
but
you do.
Were you really on a milk crate without a shirt on?
I was absolutely on a milk crate, and of course I didn't have my shirt off.
No, he says he has a picture of him with his shirt off. He was in
Yeah,
all
not
black
there.
yesterday.
You know what?
standing
He
like
did that,
the
Howard?
Where does he have a picture of me with
proverbial
my shirt
pig
off?
at the luau.
Where do you have a picture of me with my shirt off from?
What I did, Howard,
Why don't
get
you,
this.
what's the name of your website? Why don't you plug that again?
Oh, Jackie's angry at guys who plug stuff. that's a real laugh.
Trying to make it clear why he's calling. That's
I
Howard,
see.
I'm giving away free looks at my website.
Yeah, there you go. So Nancy shows up and it's like, and then she must have been all freaked out. You know, they're making me. Yeah, the
They're
police.
giving CDs away.
Yeah.
Actually, had a pretty nice time.
I mean, Carl Olio should get it together and get the right permit for you.
Yeah, they absolutely thought they did.
And I felt really bad because this.
Yeah.
Oh, if I did something like that to Jackie,
Looked good.
Shut up.
oh, it would be over.
Shut up with that.
I was in the middle of planning something. I forgot to bring him champagne. What?
What was that yesterday?
Where's my
Was
champagne?
that yesterday?
Oh, cheap bastard!
Jew was in there.
Jew!
Well, I didn't want to say
Kike!
I didn't say
Okay, I never have, but Jew appeal a lot.
Jew! The Jew! The Jew!
you bastard.
Yeah, the cheapest guy on the planet, Jackie the Joke Jew Martling.
cheap. You and your
The biggest Jew on the planet, Jackie the Jokeman.
I'm cheap.
Really got
Yeah, you should have a yarmulke sewn to your head.
I'm cheap.
If you think Jews are cheap, you're the cheapest. Whatever you are is the cheapest.
You really
They're making me give away my CDs.
Oh, uncork me.
Oh man, you wrong Jackie, boy. You forget something, man. It's over.
It's terrible. I'm just an average fan living a hand-to-mouth existence, and he's a rich
You
guy.
put your hand over your
He's
mouth.
got such a
you
chip
jerk
on his shoulder.
Chip. That's exactly right. All right, thank you, Danny, for the report.
You're welcome, Howard.
All right, that's Danny.
And Jackie, I love you. Bye-bye.
We'll break his camera over his head. I almost did.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that guy.
Don't end up in jail over this.
Why? That'd be funny. Oh, he's a stalker.
He's a stalker.
Why? Because he comes to your appearances?
You have a public appearance, and a guy shows up, he's a stalker.
Jackie's got all misguided thing.
It's a private public appearance.
Jackie, when you
I'm
find him,
allowed to dislike him.
when you find him in your backyard, then he's a stalker.
Right.
Is that the line?
Unless you invite him there, Jackie.
Which is very
I'll
possible.
buy the block and kick him in the balls.
King of all Jackie haters, go ahead.
All right, good morning, Howard.
Yes.
Hey, Jack, let me ask you something. What's the matter with you? You've been an idiot for the last 19 years since I known you, okay? But now this guy does something legit, you do something illegal, and you're pissed at him.
Right.
And I told you, if you think people are going to screw up your appearances, if you don't apologize to Howard's fans, I'm going to be the one, baby. Love you, Howard.
Right. All right, well, there you go. All right, anyway, there it is. Hot Dogs and Donuts, the new CD, causing controversy on the streets of Manhattan.
You could have gotten it for free yesterday. Today it'll cost you money.
Yeah? Already it's on sale. For nothing.
Did you see all the hot dog vendors yesterday wearing Jackie's shirt?
Yeah, I saw that. Very
You know how
upsetting.
many hot dogs he eats.
Yeah, no, I passed by one. I saw it. Yeah.
I didn't see that. What's that about?
Jackie had this brainstorm that he would give all the hot dog vendors in New York Jackie napkins and T-shirts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when you get your hot dog, you would get Jackie. There's a cocktail weenie napkin.
Did you blow your nose in
And
there?
there it is. Isn't that beautiful?
Wow.
There it is.
Stupid idea.
Hot dogs and donuts. Jackie Marlin.
And the hot dog vendors were thrilled to do it because whoever pays attention to them.
Right.
78 minutes of that stuff.
Where can I get this for free?
Dude, you're on the air.
Howard,
Yeah.
Jackie made the newspaper.
Jackie, Joke Man?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Nah.
What'd you do, Jackie?
This is news to me.
What'd he do?
It's in a local paper near Basel, the Locust Valley Leader. They say that Jackie's reneging on a deal he made with the mayor of Basel to raise funds for a park.
Really?
Yep.
Is that true, Jackie?
That is absolutely true.
What's going on? You know, Jackie always
He's
agrees.
always involved with these local things.
Can I say something, kids? And don't listen to this about Uncle Jackie.
No.
But
We'd like you to think well of him.
yeah, we'd like you to think well of your drunken uncle.
Kind of hard.
Yeah, kind of hard. So, Jackie always agrees to do charity stuff, and there's always a confusion,
That is a lie.
and then he backs off. What happened now?
You know what? I'm not even going to address it because you're not going to give me a chance to.
I'll allow you in front of the children.
All right. There is a corner in Bayville that used to see. No, I'm not even going to start.
Wait a minute. What did you do, Howard?
I did
All I
nothing.
know is
All right,
the
you
only
tell me.
charity thing we tried to do in Bayville was Sand-Aid that Nancy produced, and we
Sand-Aid.
raised $30,000.
Sand-Aid.
$30,000 we raised.
Sir, what is what did you read?
Well, it says here that he had a deal with the mayor of Basel, Vicky Siegel.
Nancy and I had the mayor over to our house for lunch, and we discussed for the first time a few ideas And I guess the mayor is now claiming that that's a hard and fast deal while we were sitting around saying ideas.
Well, it says here that you made the deal with her because you were involved in the comedy industry. And you volunteered.
No, he's not. That's a lie.
See?
See?
First lie. We got her on a
There is
technicality.
no such thing as the comedy industry, number one. What's comedy made?
And if there is one, Jackie couldn't possibly be involved in
Who
it.
wrote this article?
But go ahead,
the
yeah.
comedy industry.
It says here that the fundraising events, and he would help generate the necessary funds to pay for the acquired land.
Uh-oh.
And then it goes on, blah, blah, blah. And then it says here that no sooner than that newsletter had gone out, that Babel mailboxes were full of Jackie and Nancy Martling's own statements saying that they wanted to be totally disassociated from any involvement with the mayor and the village board.
Look what's going on. So that means his wife was busy in the basement making flyers.
But you know what this also
This is all
means? Jackie always wants to be the mayor of Bayville.
He wants to be the center of attention.
He is, the mayor without.
This is a classic example of trying to do something nice and being made to look like a
What did you do?
There's a corner in Bayville that used to be a gas station.
Right.
That for the last 10 or 15 years has been pavement. It's a paved over corner.
Okay, go ahead.
And all we want to do is somehow get grass planted there and have some park benches and some trees. That's all Nancy and I have been trying
Jackie,
to accomplish.
you could afford to do that yourself.
Jackie, you've got the
know it.
cash to do it.
But the point is that somebody owns it.
Okay.
And all we're trying to do is accomplish this. We had a meeting with the mayor almost a year ago.
Well, maybe the guy
Never heard from her again. All of a sudden, one day she comes to the house and tells Nancy, by the way, you guys are going to be in a flyer. And the way it read, it was the thing that goes out to the town of Bayville saying that we volunteered to do a yearly fundraiser to raise the money to pay for to buy the property. And it's...
Look what Jackie's involved in.
I know.
No.
Look what he is.
Yeah, but you know, they only
Let me ask you a question, Howard. You're sitting with Ivan Reitman having lunch, and you say, you know, Ivan, I think I'd like to do...
There's a big difference between Ivan Reitman and the mayor of Bayville.
All right.
All right, go ahead. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
I'm not going to address this.
No, go ahead.
And you say to him, you know, Ivan, I really would like to do 3 movies with you. And he, really? And 10 months later he comes, by the way, Howard, you know that we have that contract to do 3 movies. Well,
No,
Ivan, I suggested it
No,
over
have my
lunch.
agent
Howard wouldn't
handle
be
it.
sitting down with anybody like that.
That's right. My agent handles everything.
Well, you know, hey, he's also very quick to pick up the bill at the Rainbow Room for almost $500. But he can't pay for, you know, a little piece of property in Bayville?
I would pay... First of all, a piece of property is probably $1 million or something because Bayville's very expensive.
But you only own half of what the
$1 million.
property is worth.
You know what he's talking about? He's talking about that parking lot.
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, why do you care if
That
there's grass
parking
on
lot,
that
if
parking
somebody
lot?
would...
Why do you care? Why are you
Because when
involved?
you pull into Bayville, it's a gorgeous little town except for that one...
So what are you, the mayor? You care about that?
Yeah, I really do care
You
about
do.
it.
And what about the guy who owns it? Shouldn't he worry about what's on there?
And we're just trying to get him to plant some grass there. That's
Why
all.
should he plant grass? Maybe he wants to sell that as a shop or something.
And he has every right.
And he doesn't want to put his grass
been the
because then it'll
same
be
way
tear it
for
apart.
15 years, and we just would like to get some grass planted
In
there.
front of the kids, you're looking like a cheap fool.
No, this thing doesn't
And
say anything
meanwhile,
about
you don't
grass.
ask your neighbors because you don't even want to see them.
I don't want to see my neighbors.
It doesn't say anything about
So that's
grass.
none of your business.
Right.
Don't look that way.
And if I don't want to see them, I plant my own bushes.
They weren't going to plant any bushes or grass. It says here those for off-street parking.
And when we found out that was her agenda, that's why we want nothing to do with it, because the whole idea was to plant grass and trees. Thanks. You answered my question.
Well, it must have been a very clear luncheon.
Yeah. Jackie probably had a couple of drinks.
Uh-huh. Nobody
Kids.
knew what anybody was saying.
You've learned about drinking, right?
Yeah, tell then you could die from it.
Right.
I hope.
All right, thanks for the information.
Sure.
Bye. I'll take this up with you, not in front of the children.
Oh, man.
Always embroiled in controversy.
Yeah. Jackie just can't sit home.
Now there's battling flyers out in Bayville.
Yeah. His wife and him are sending around flyers to all the people's
The
homes.
mayor's got
Nobody sent out
flyers.
any flyers.
He's got flyers.
I wrote a letter to the mayor and to the members of the board, not to anyone else.
And what is ending up in people's mailboxes?
Nothing.
I see.
Stuffing
How did he get
mailboxes.
something?
Right. How did that guy get something?
Well, that showed up
He
in the
didn't. No, no.
paper.
All right, all right.
I think he threw that in.
All right.
Well, how
Well, if that was in the article, that's slander because it's not true.
when did you write these letters?
About a week ago.
Can't get him to write anything for the show. He's busy writing letters. Thank you.
That's why he's got that computer.
Yeah. I had to hook him up with a computer so he could write letters. Right.
Put that in the
You better start writing. If I hear you writing letters, I'll know you're not doing your job. All right. Kids, I'm sorry.
That's embarrassing.
Uncle Jackie has emotional problems. And you know what he does? He wants to be a big shot, so he gets the mayor over his house, and he promises things, and then he He
Then he backs out. He
Right.
realizes what he did.
no, Uncle Jackie.
Never did anything for anybody.
Hear about Uncle Jackie let his cat out of the house? Got run over by a car? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, if you just cared about the cat and kept it in the house like we do.
See, you guys don't let your cat out.
His cat is brain damaged.
Your father's brain damaged.
Hey. My daughter's almost a black belt. My daughter's a black belt. Yeah.
We don't let Howard out either.
Right. Anyway, kids,
Yeah.
you want a tour of the station or something?
Okay. You need to leave?
Get
No.
Can we do the news? You got some clean news in
No,
there?
I don't have any cleanness. We got to
Right.
do our
Get
down
Uncle
and
Tom.
dirty stuff.
Oh, great. So I'll get rid of the kids for a while?
Yeah.
Get Tom.
Some guy is claiming to be the deputy mayor of Bayville is on the phone.
Deputy mayor.
He wants to get a hold of Jackie.
Bayville is like Mayberry.
Yeah. I don't know. Jackie's always involved in like hippie things.
I'm going to be run out of town.
He
Hello?
wants to own that place.
Are you really the deputy mayor of Bayville?
That's right.
Do you know Jackie?
Yeah, I know him. He knows me.
Jackie, is this the guy?
I didn't even know we had a deputy mayor, to tell you the truth.
Well, you wrote to all of us.
Jackie writes letters.
I wrote a letter to the mayor, and I also sent carbon copies to each member of the town board. Now, if one of them's the deputy mayor, I didn't know that.
Jackie's always involved in like controversy.
Always involved.
Always.
1992, we did Sand Aid.
No, I'm not talking about Sandy. You've had
Jetty, and we did this, and we did that. We're trying to improve the community.
Yeah, I happen to live in a
What was that
community where I
charity?
swim and eat. Sorry.
much to the chagrin of the community.
This is my
Sounds like-
favorite restaurant. Give me my usual.
Yeah, Jackie walks around like the mayor there. So what's going on, Mayor?
Deputy Mayor.
Whatever.
Well, Jackie wrote a letter last summer, and he didn't realize when he wrote it, he wanted to clean up that corner. And when he wrote the letter, what he didn't realize was that we had just started like a negotiation to acquire that property.
Right.
So then I saw him out on the jetty, and I spoke to him. Huh?
Yeah, it's Doug.
Yeah, right.
I didn't recognize your voice. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay, sorry. So anyway,
Yeah, we had a business meeting on the jetty.
yeah, we had.
A business on a piece of wood.
Yeah, all right.
Turkey Jackie's on the jetty, but Doug just happened to be on there with me because it's so much fun, right, Doug?
It's a great thing. It's upside down now, but well, I'll fix
Yeah,
it.
It's a piece of
my
wood.
fault.
It's a piece of wood that Jackie found.
He
put
found
in
it,
the
yeah.
dirty water.
I
there.
have
Go
never
ahead.
denied that, and the water is not dirty.
The water is very clean there, by the way.
Yeah, I saw what
What, are you
big.
on my
I
side
saw
now,
what
Doug?
I saw what big Jackie when we went out to do Hollywood Squares. You just come out of that water.
Well, anyway,
Yeah.
Jackie wrote the initial letter, and then we had our business meeting on the jetty, and I told him that, to meet with the mayor, or he already had at that point, or something like that, and then a bunch of time went past. So what happened, the mayor put it in the newsletter, and I said to her, I don't know if Jackie's going to like that. You better talk to him. She says, well, I talked to Nancy. Nancy said it's okay. The newsletter went out, and then Jackie said...
No, hold on, Doug. She came over the day before we got it in the mail and told Nancy not to be shocked because it was going to be in the newsletter. It wasn't like she spoke to Nancy and then she printed it in the newsletter.
Oh, I thought you spoke to her in advance.
No.
Well, anyway, then your letter came, and I was going to send you a little note or something to say, I don't want to see this get,
Ugly.
it's a worthy...
What get ugly?
Well, it won't get ugly, but it's a worthy project. I think it's a good idea.
No,
for
let
the
me
town.
explain to you. When we had lunch, and I said I would do anything to get that corner, looking nice. And when she started talking about making it into a parking lot, me and Nancy looked at each other and we were out of the deal because we don't want to replace pavement with pavement. So,
Did you tell the mayor that?
No.
Because we hadn't made a deal. We're talking over lunch. And
Well,
10
the mayor,
months later,
you did make a deal. The mayor thought you did.
Obviously.
You called the mayor a
thought
liar?
you were going for the parking lot.
10 months later,
You didn't say to the mayor, hey, mayor, we aren't in favor of
we
a
were
parking
sitting.
lot. You didn't say it.
Well,
Rest my
actually,
case.
if I could say something that...
All right,
nothing is
I'll say it
actually
right now. We don't want a parking lot, and if somebody
Well,
else
you
wants
should
to,
have said
fine.
it You misled the mayor.
No, all right.
Well, let me just... I can clarify this. There's nothing etched in stone with the
No, there's
actual
nothing.
use.
I'm out of the loop. Do
Well, that's
whatever you
o-
want with the corner.
No, that's...
We're going to do that anyway, Jackie.
Yeah, I think they can get along
I
without
think
you,
he
Jackie.
got that idea.
Jackie, if you moved out of Bayville tomorrow, I think they can get along.
I think so, too.
Right. I know he doesn't believe that, but I think they could.
Well,
He's the pillar of the
the
community.
acquisition of the project, of the property, is one thing, and what we do with it afterwards, I mean, it's the center of town, And as far as that's concerned, Jackie's on the right wavelength there.
Because Jackie would like to sit on that little patch of grass and drink.
But Jackie can't talk about it. He heard parking lot. He's never going to speak to the mayor.
Right.
Well, I don't want it to get blown out of proportion.
Oh, no. It's not,
I think
don't worry about that.
We'll get past it, and, it's...
How many letters did Jackie send out?
2. Oh. Well, the first one and the second one, no?
What's the first one?
It was about one.
The one I wrote a year ago, I had no idea who had anything. I just wrote a letter out of the blue saying, is there any way we can do something to make that corner nice? That was all that was. That was like a year ago or 2 years ago, whatever.
Signed, Jackie the Joke Man Motley.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he wrote a letter going, leave me alone. I don't want your stinking parking lot.
Yeah, now he's all angry.
Well, I think we'll get past
Tom,
it.
get ready.
Well, I just thought I would, clarify, because it's
What have you clarified,
serious.
Doug?
Pardon me?
What have you clarified?
Nothing.
Nothing, really.
Yeah, right. All right, thanks, Doug. I got to go.
Okay, bye.
Right. I just think it's funny how Jackie gets himself involved, and then he's angry and uninvolved.
You're not going to do what I want? Then I'll go home.
Yeah.
Eric?
Hi, I'm here.
Ross is a big fan of yours. He wants to speak to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Eric. How are you?
I'm good.
Holy crap, I cannot believe it.
Well, you know what? You're going to think it's fun to talk to Eric.
Oh,
but
that goes away?
Really
You're going to see how difficult it is.
Yeah.
To
Is
talk.
it?
You're going to see how it goes nowhere. But
I've tried to find his, show. Is that him on the...
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
There's Eric.
Can you, hi, can you wave to me? Oh, wow. Is that how his hands are?
Yeah.
Yes, that's his hands.
Hi. I guess you're right. This is difficult.
Not doing so well with Eric, are you?
Yeah, want him as a guest?
No, I'm good. Nice
You
to
know,
meet you.
this is why I'm a talented broadcaster, because everyone comes in here and thinks it's going to be easy to talk to Eric the Midget and they can be funny with him.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. You got to be a real professional to handle Eric the Midget.
Yeah.
Eric, the annoying midget. Hey, Fred, I got a bat behind me that I can break your hands with. Eric, the completely unfunny midget.
Eric, what do you want to say to Ross? Because he's got things to do, too. Go ahead.
Well, I was mainly calling because you guys are on, with Ross being there, you guys are on the topic of the Tonight Show. Did you guys catch that Jay stole a joke from Regis last week, pretty much word per word?
I did not know that. I haven't seen Jay. And quite frankly, I'm here when Regis is on. You want to tell us the joke?
It was last week when you were off. It was about the Somali pirates. He said that over the weekend, did you guys catch the game? The Navy 3, the Pirates nothing. And that was pretty much word per word the same joke that Regis did that morning. Eric's a shit cock.
Artie, did you know that?
No, and I'm going to look into that as soon as I
Wake up.
get my BlackBerry.
Eric, the rude, obnoxious, and annoying midget.
All right, Eric.
What's
thank
Eric
you.
with all these jokes lately?
I don't know.
He's paying attention.
Eric, thank you.
He's the joke police.
Bye, Eric. It's nice to talk to you.
Do you believe Eric Robin has joined the joke police?
Yeah, he's on the squad.
Okay. Arrest Jay for stealing from Regis.
He's joined the shit joke.
All right, thank you, Eric. I'm going to make you the captain of
The joke squad.
of the joke police. Okay. Would you like that title?
Okay.
Good.
All right, good.
Congratulations, Eric.
Can he juggle? Can he juggle all these titles at once? The head of the dickheadmidget.com and
By the way, I'm looking at Eric. He's extra pimply today. Are you nervous about something?
I have one. That's it.
It's you.
Right over there. I see it, yeah.
No, you have two.
Yeah.
You have
Where's the other one?
He has one on the left side of his nose, and then look to the right.
It's a pair.
That's why he's wearing a hat, to hide the pimps.
Looks like he has another head growing out of his head.
That one hurts, huh, Eric?
It's okay, Eric. I have one, too. It's okay. I feel like now I want to save him, Howard. Now that I see him, it's so real.
Yeah, he's real, all right. He's the real deal.
he's not savable.
He's not.
No, in many ways.
He's
Meanwhile-
not shaving.
Where are
Is it
you,
because
badass
of
loser?
Oh, dear.
Well, let me tell you something.
Did you hear my face? Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
Oh, no.
Oh, Artie, I'm sorry.
That's don't worry about it. I could deal with it.
Eric's got a big zit.
Yeah.
He's not shaving. Is it because
No.
of the zit?
I like it when you.
It's very like, yeah, it's a cool Hollywood look.
You know who you look like when you don't shave?
Who's that?
Like who's that actor who always walks around with a scruff on his face? I'm trying to
Don
think.
Johnson?
Don Johnson. That's right.
Yeah, how'd you know?
That's who I'm thinking about. Don Johnson.
You guys are in sync. God, there goes like a million. You could have
It looks like
chosen.
Don's Johnson.
Eric, anyone ever say you look like Don Johnson? Remember he used to wear the scruff and it became very popular in the, I believe, in the 80s.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to watch his
Miami
two
Vice.
shows, Miami Vice and also the other one, Nash Bridges.
Are you trying to emulate him with this look?
No.
That's your music.
There's your music. All right, thank you, Eric.
Bye.
Keep the scruff going.
Yeah, I wonder how long you could grow it.
Oh, he can grow it all right.
Like a full beard.
Let's. Eric's back on the phone. Yeah, Eric.
Eric the Black Actor. Do you want me to show you that I do have that bat behind me, Fred?
Do you want what?
1,000 miles away. What difference does a bat make?
Go ahead, take your best shot, Eric.
Go ahead. You can hit Eric.
It's
You
okay.
can hit Fred right now.
I'm putting my chin right out right now. Go ahead.
And then, yeah, get the bat.
Come on.
Now let's see your bat.
And then hit your camera, you idiot.
I'm not going to hit the camera.
Damn.
What
You
are
have
you
a
gonna,
bat.
What are you going to do?
There's his bat.
You going to shove
He's
it
as
up
big
your
as a
ass?
bat.
Shove it up.
Yeah, what are you going to do with it?
Where's he? Look, he's going somewhere.
Fred, you better get out of here.
I know. I'm worried.
Eric, what can I do for you?
He's gone. He's getting his bat.
I was calling because on Twitter they said a few minutes ago from a post on Access Hollywood that they reported that you got fooled by the Beyonce recording.
I'm not even sure I was fooled. Sounds like her. I mean, I don't know.
I want to know how they did it. If
I
they
didn't
did
get fooled. Some guy posted it on the internet and I played it.
Well, Access
still funny.
Hollywood, that's what they reported.
Well, I want you to be my ambassador and tell them that I didn't get fooled by anybody. It was on the internet and I played it.
Right.
See, that's the bat.
Oh, there's the bat,
Wow.
Fred. That's going to be
I'm
taken to
shaking.
your head.
I'm peeing in my pants, Eric.
Eric's room looks kind of cool. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, what's so cool about it?
I mean, he's got a big baseball blanket.
Does he have a box of diapers
He's
in the
got
corner?
fun stuff in there, you know?
No, I don't
like a
have a
kid's
box
room.
of diapers, you jackass.
You sure?
Yes.
Wait, what is he doing now?
He's putting the bat away.
Oh, just...
Yeah, Fred.
Better watch out. I might attack.
Fred was put in his place once you got that bat.
I'm standing down.
Yeah.
Eric's got like cool gear. Look at that desk behind him.
He's always got
like,
different hats. You know, he's probably got a
speakers.
collection.
he's got stuff. He's got things.
What kind of music do you listen to? You listen to crappy music on those speakers?
What's going on with those speakers, you mean?
I mainly listen to country.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Carrie Underwood, probably. Yeah.
That's one of them.
No. What else you got there? What is that, a water gun or something on your desk? Can't make it out.
Oh,
Give me a tour of your desk.
hang on a minute.
What is that thing? Is that like a gun?
No, I don't have that.
What's that plastic thing
The
next
blue-
to your mouse?
the
Right
blue
to the
thing?
right of your mouse. Or is that like a control for a...
That's the Sirius control.
Oh, it's a serious control. Oh, okay. He's got all kinds of gear. Look at what's going on in there. That little lamp, little speakers, and he's got some kind of
What
thing.
do you do at that desk?
I don't know. What do you?
kind of work do you
like.
do?
What do you do at that desk? That's a good question. What's going on at that desk?
That's my desk that my PC is at.
I see.
And you do your writing over there?
That's where he kicks people off his web page. People write to him, ack, and then he yells at them.
I throws them out.
That's the kind of nonsense going on at that desk.
Yeah, very important stuff.
But it looks like a nice desk, you know?
Well, did he write his children's book there and his other plays
Dougie
and
the Puggy.
screenplays?
I'm obsessed with desks. I love desks. By the way, Eric, what can I do for you? Eric the Midget, ladies and gentlemen.
Eric the Black Actor. It's Eric the Actor. That's it.
What about
Eric the actor?
Eric the actor?
Eric the actor.
All right, I got it.
I'm club fucking footed, you asswipe.
Eric, go ahead. What can I do for you?
I'm calling you because I wanted to let you guys know that the meeting with Robert Mills, I talked to him yesterday on the phone, and it's being rescheduled for a couple weeks from now.
Why?
Because not able to make it down there.
I got a letter. You're not going to believe this one. I know something about this. I got a letter from Robert Mills yesterday, who is a vice president at ABC, who I worked diligently to get Eric his shot at acting. And Robert expressed interest in meeting with Eric, so I put the whole thing together. Don't ask what I did. I get a letter from Robert Mills that I almost fell off my chair when I read it. I couldn't believe it. Eric, and I wrote Robert back. I go, well, this is why they call it the Whack Pack. Eric is insane. You know that.
No, I'm not.
He sits in there. I don't know if it's his club foot or what that's driving him crazy, but he's insane.
I am completely sane, you fucking big-nosed asswipe.
I disagree, and I'm going to read you Robert's letter. Listen to this. He goes, hey now, Howard. Just wanted to keep you apprised of the Eric the Midget developments. He called me at the beginning of last week to set up a meeting for Wednesday, meaning today.
Okay.
He then told you on the show last week that the meeting was set up for Wednesday. I completely cleared. Now, this guy's a vice president. He runs about, I don't know how many shows. He's in the middle of shooting the new Bachelor.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I completely cleared my calendar for Wednesday to make myself available to him. Now, listen to this. A guy, a big player at ABC, cleared his calendar to be completely available for Eric.
And what did Eric do?
I was also going to have him meet some of the scripted casting people at ABC, as well as some other reality casting directors for non-ABC shows.
So he actually pulled other people away from what they were doing.
He had a whole day set up for Eric. Now, where any actor, so-called actor,
my God,
would shit their pants to get this kind of treatment.
Yeah, there are people in Hollywood right now shooting themselves.
I set this all up, and they don't hear from him. And so I call him today to confirm our meeting tomorrow, and he says he's not coming.
You didn't even call them, Eric?
Wait, hold it. He had to call Eric. Oh, my. He'd rather wait until the finale of American Idol and meet with me then.
Oh, you're an idiot.
I mean, can you imagine this?
I'm not an idiot.
Yes, you are an idiot.
Hey.
You're certainly not an actor.
Shut up.
Let me finish the letter.
Eric, the asshole.
Listen to this. I do really like the guy, meaning Eric.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited to meet with him. But to say the least, it was more than a little irritating to clear my calendar, and then I have to call him to find out that he's canceling. Eric, why wouldn't you call the guy?
Eric, the disrespect, because I was waiting for Mr. Last Minute Johnny Fraudo to come through with getting me down there.
Oh, it's always somebody else's fault.
I don't have the fucking money to get my ass down there myself.
But don't tie up Robert Mills and tell him, look, I don't have the money to get down there myself. I got to wait till I can hear from Johnny.
Yeah.
Tell him the truth. The truth will set you free. Why turn off a guy who's going to help you, that I've arranged for you to meet with? Do you follow
I wasn't trying to do that. It's just when you have to depend on someone else to help you with a favor and they don't do anything till last minute, what the fuck are you supposed to do?
Eric, are you a baby?
Really?
No, I'm not.
Then why don't you be a man and stand up and deal with things on your own?
If I hadn't called...
Like I just said, I don't make a fucking enough money on SSI to get my own ass down there.
Well, why don't you talk to this guy and say, look, I have a problem being there on Wednesday. Right. I don't have enough money.
Maybe he would have figured out a way to get you.
Right.
You can't just make this, but you just can't leave a guy hanging, a big executive that I set you up with. That's insane.
Eric, the loser.
If I hadn't called him, this was still from Robert. I would have been sitting around all day waiting for him to wheel through my door.
Yeah, when were you going to tell him that you couldn't get there on Wednesday?
No, I had planned on calling him yesterday, and he just beat me to the punch.
But why did you tell him? Why would you tell the guy you're thinking it's better for you to visit with him after the finale of American Idol? What do you have to do with that? That's a terrible thing.
Because I was planning on being down in L.A. for the two-night finale of American Idol.
Well, how are you going to get down there?
Down there.
How are you going to get down there?
Same way I was hoping to get down there this time.
So do you have that all set up, or is that going to be a last-minute thing, too?
I'm hoping it's not last.
You're hoping.
You're burning a good bridge. I'm telling you, you got this guy Mills, and you're turning him off a little bit. You finally got a guy in your corner. I mean, yeah, I facilitated all this, and then you blew it.
You don't know how to deal with things.
No, you don't. Robin's right.
Eric, the ridiculous midget.
You know, and he had guys lined up who think they could
he's pulling
even...
everybody in, writers.
He says, I think this thing might take off. I got a VP of marketing here at ABC, heard the show and said, I quote, I could market the shit out of Eric the Midget.
Eric's a shitty.
You know, so they're probably going to put up with his stupidity again.
I don't know. I'm just hoping.
I don't have 1 ounce of stupidity.
Oh, no. All you've done is shown stupidity this morning, my friend.
No, you didn't do the right thing, Eric. You should have called the guy and said, listen, it's not even a definite that I can make it there.
I just said that I was going to call him.
No, that's too late. He already
You don't even make appointments if you can't make it.
It makes you look bad and makes me look bad. You follow what I'm saying?
You making fun of people makes you look bad.
What?
You making fun of people in the way that you do makes you look bad. Eric's some shit.
Wait a second. You're putting me down. I set you up with a guy at ABC.
He makes his meetings.
He's right.
I set you up with a guy at ABC. You know, I got to call Robert and tell him not to meet with this guy. He's so ungrateful.
I told you should leave this alone at the very beginning before you ever did this, because he is like this.
I felt bad for Eric. I wanted to see him get a shot, but I made a mistake, clearly.
He's an asshole.
He's now ripping me.
He's just an asshole.
Jeez.
You're not disabled. You're just an asshole.
And you can never take any criticism. That's why you don't get anywhere, Eric.
It was more important for you to be down for
up.
American Idol in that date rather than meeting for somebody who could change your life.
Listen, I'm not giving up on Eric.
But my point is, if he knew he was going to be down there for American Idol, make the appointment then.
Duh.
You're telling me you're not stupid?
Because that wasn't really an idea until
Robin said it?
All right, listen,
No.
Eric, do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor. When you make an appointment with Robert Mills the next time, make sure you can make it, okay? That's all I'm giving. I'm giving you advice. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand.
Let's not blow a good opportunity here.
How many times can the man do this?
No. All right? Just
Yes.
take my advice. The next time, make sure you can definitely get there. Or tell Robert you can't get there because you don't have money, and then maybe he'll work something.
Yeah, maybe he'll fly you down.
Yeah.
He's doing all this.
All right?
Right.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, Eric, take care.
Even Artie's upset.
Good job.
Listen, Artie's been trying to get in to meet with Robert Mills for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't even get through the
Fat
door.
ass, how are your Yankees?
Hey, look, it's April. Calm down.
By the
It's
way,
April.
did you see the Yankees? They can't sell those luxury seats. They put a price tag on these seats.
Well, the average price, the average price of a ticket in Yankee Stadium is $78.
I mean, can you imagine? So they
average
realized
price of a ticket.
they finally woke up and realized in this economy they can't sell those tickets for that much money. People don't have the money to spend.
Yeah, it was like they were drunk when they put these prices up.
Good.
Yeah, so now they're lowering. In fact, your tickets now will be adjusted. because
Really?
They're going to have to lower everybody's. They're going to say, Artie paid top dollar, and they're saying, well, if we have to lower the price, we have to reimburse.
So they're going to send you back some money?
He's going to get a rebate.
I should, yeah. I mean, listen, good. I'm glad because
it's too much.
They left the blue collar fan in the dust, and that's the guy who built the entire franchise. I still have the tickets that my father sent away for the 1977 World Series. Now, these were the shittiest seats in the house, last row, upper deck, but still, you're in the stadium for the World Series against the Dodgers.
What was the price on those?
$10 a piece.
Okay, yeah, well, there you go.
$10 a piece, man. And I know it's 1977, but still, I mean, that's like fucking... That would be like, getting into the series for $50 now, and that's you can't get anywhere near the fucking stage.
And what is your response to Eric the Midget, who makes fun of you for loving the Yankees? You're saying it's too early in the season to even evaluate.
It's April, As
long as they have Girardi as their manager, they're not going to make it.
All right. Well, listen, I happen to agree with him. But anyway,
hard to argue.
All right, Eric. Thank you. You've made some good points and some bad points. But thank you.
No, you've made 200 bad points and one good point.
One good point. Okay?
Go fuck yourself.
Thank you, Eric.
Retard. At least like I've said before, at least I could find my penis.
Take your club foot and shove it in your ass.
I want I'm a cow, but fuck me.
All right. Thank you, Eric.
Jesus.
Right.
And really, handle your business life differently. Thank you. All right.
What business life? So far, every business has gone up in smoke.
Between me and Johnny Frotto, we're trying to get this kid going, and it's not going well.
Eric the Midget.
He gave me a Whopper, which I scooped. I was going to give it to Steve Langford, and I selfishly kept it for myself.
Good for you.
That Eric the Midget is pretty well hung. All the girls say he's pretty well hung.
Really?
I swear to God.
I don't want to say
too.
You did hear that.
I heard that too.
Why isn't this national news?
Well, look, people don't know what to make of that. And you know what? You got to feel good for the kid. He's in a wheelchair.
Of course, it's great.
He's got a tough life. And the fact that God would give him a big penis, I mean, at least that's something.
Again, God
isn't it the greatest thing ever?
It's kind of a waste, but
isn't it the greatest thing ever?
I'm club fucking cocked, you fucker.
Well, I'm happy to
I'm
hear.
club fucking footed, you asswipe.
Have you interviewed him about that penis?
Not about the penis specifically, but he going to the bunny ranch.
Well, I know. I listened to the show, but I've never heard you bring up the.
In a way, isn't that sort of a cosmic joke? I mean,
it's great.
Eric has so many things wrong with him. He has medical problems, real serious medical problems. Wasn't even supposed to be alive at this point. And then God gives him a big, thick cock. Where really, how much can he get to use it? You know what I mean? Is it proportionally big or just actually big?
Yes.
Dennis said the girls said it's a big one.
It's a big one.
And these girls have seen a couple of cocks,
Eric the Midget.
Hey, Johnny, you're on the Johnny Frotto, our old friend.
Johnny.
Right out of L.A. there. Hey, Johnny.
How you doing?
I heard you, hey, you get your radio on?
No, I'm walking outside. I was actually dozing. But I had to make this call because that fucking Eric blamed me yesterday, I heard.
Eric the Midget was, what he was saying is, it's an amazing story, this Eric the Midget, and this is why you got to love him. I set him up with what would be a dream for him in show business. I set him up with a meeting with a producer from ABC named Robert Mills. And, Eric sets up an appointment with the guy and then just decides not to show up. Doesn't even call Robert.
Right.
And the fact of the matter is, then Eric gets on and he goes, well, I didn't make the meeting because I want to go when American Idol's over. Yeah. I want to wait till it's over. And he goes,
but it's Johnny Frotto's fault.
And he goes, and Johnny was supposed to get me there, and he bombed out on me.
I said I would get him there on the first date, and then he changed the date to American Idol.
Right.
So
you had nothing to do with it, right?
Fuck no.
Yeah, I mean, wow.
And he just lies and puts it all on you.
Okay, wait. There's Eric right now. Hold on a second. Hold on, Johnny.
Okay. Hey, Robin, I need that psychiatrist or that art.
Hold on.
I'll go to him.
Hey, Eric.
Yes.
So Johnny says you lied to me yesterday. You're amazing.
I did not lie to you.
Johnny says you canceled your appointment with Robert Mills, that I went to the trouble of making for you, and that Johnny was going to get you there.
Wait a fucking minute. I'm the one that called the guy, not you.
No.
I'm
what?
the one.
Holy shit! You got to be, Eric. You got to be kidding me. I made contact with Robert Mills, and he said that he'd have an appointment with you. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm the one that nailed down the appointment.
You nailed down.
Asshole.
You are really an asshole. It's the last thing I do for you. I can't believe what you just said to me. I set this whole thing up for you. I didn't make the call for you to get the appointment. You did, but
it was nailed before you made the call. You set a date.
Robert Mills is doing me a favor by giving you an interview.
Well, he has another interview coming up on the 13th, and I told Robert Mills I would get in there even if I had to put him in the trunk of my car.
But why did you lie to me, Eric? Why did you tell me Johnny said Johnny was supposed to get you there and couldn't get you there? Johnny says he had it all arranged.
I didn't fucking lie to you.
All right, then explain.
I had every fucking intention of going down there yesterday.
Yeah.
I did not want to miss that date at all because I knew how important it was.
Go ahead.
I don't have the fucking money in my bank account to cover tickets.
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait. When I talked to you, I said, well, do you want to make this meeting? And you said, can we go during American Idol? And I said, well, is that okay? And you said, fine.
Wow.
Right.
So, Eric, you blew this guy off because you want to coincide with the finale of American Idol.
Well, I thought it would be, killed.
Oh, my God.
Some type of.
Oh, my God.
But you don't make a date with a guy this important, Eric, and then blow it off for American Idol. What kind of professional are you?
That's bad form, dude. And then you didn't even call the guy.
Oh, my God. Because I was asleep. He woke me the fuck up.
Who did?
Woke myself up. I had planned to call him.
But you called at the last minute.
The guy canceled plans to meet with you, set up a whole day for you to meet with different producers. Who gets that? And you're going to call him that day?
Hey, Howard.
Eric, are you out of your mind?
Howard,
No,
he was in
I'm
a
not.
bad mood when he woke up from his fucking nap. Tell him why you were in a bad mood when you woke up from your nap.
Oh, because of the fact that,
Leave this.
hang on a second. Gotta get rid of a loser.
No, Eric, talk to me. Ignore your computer.
Don't worry about the Twitter.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Twitter. It was the JFSC.
Yeah, get off the JFSC and talk to me now. This is a little more important. Dude, let me explain to you something. I got you a meeting with a guy in Hollywood who's a major player. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. It's unbelievable that I did this for you. I've never done it for anybody. You understand that, right?
You don't think we'd like to have these meetings?
All right. I got you the meeting with the guy. You set it up. And that day, you didn't even, you were going to call him that day that you canceled?
You don't think he's a very important man, do you?
You heard the letter the guy wrote me. I read it to you. The guy says to me, I had major meetings I canceled to clear my day for Eric the Midget.
He had other people cancel things to be there.
You owed him a call. You have to decide something like that days in advance. I mean, if you were really struggling for a job in acting, you wouldn't miss this interview. And for something as lame that you want it to coincide with the end of American Idol? You got to be kidding me. That's insane. You don't want to be an actor.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
No, you want to be You want to be an audience member for
Right.
American Idol.
You had a chance to be a star.
Audience member?
Yeah, that's what he wants.
Oh, God. I didn't know that.
And then you lie to me and you tell me Johnny blew the... Johnny was supposed to get you there, and the reason you didn't go is because Johnny didn't arrange for it. Johnny's saying he did.
No, I said I arranged for it, and he said, well, why don't we just do it when it's during American Idol?
Well, yeah, but unfortunately, he'd already made an appointment with this guy.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I did not lie to one fucking single person.
Yesterday, you told me a different story.
How do you explain that?
You take people's time for granted, Eric. This man's a busy man. He's got a lot of things to do.
I mean, seriously, that's crazy. You got one guy in Hollywood on your side, a big executive who's a fan of yours, and I set it up for you, and then you don't show up. You don't call, and you call him that morning. Like the guy.
No, the guy called him.
Yeah,
remember?
yeah, right. That's right. The guy called him. He wanted to confirm that Eric was coming.
Not that morning.
What day?
It was the day before.
Oh, day before.
Still, Eric, that's late. You knew you weren't going.
Why'd you wait?
Because I was waiting to see if there was going to be tickets to go down there yesterday.
What?
And there would have been tickets if you would not have brought up American Idol.
Right.
Because you cut it too short of notice, Johnny.
Well, how long does the notice have to be?
The guy wanted a 1 week advance notice. That's what he.
Then why didn't you call? Then why didn't you call him for during the 1 week and say I'm coming?
I called him 1 week exactly from the time that I wanted to have the meeting.
But then you brought up. Wait, hold on.
Oh, I think I see Eric's point.
Johnny, me or you?
Johnny.
Yeah.
Eric's point is that I guess you hadn't booked a ticket yet for him.
Howard, we could do that in 5 minutes. That's a cheap ticket, Sacramento to here.
Maybe he was afraid you weren't going to come through for him.
We've always come through.
Right.
Well, the point is, Howard, he knew that he could get down there the week of American Idol. He knows he can get there.
Right.
You're the one who brought up American Idol. He's the one who brought up American Idol, you guys.
Why did you
bring... were you trying to get 2 tickets out of Johnny?
At the very last minute.
You should have said to Johnny, I need to go now. Never mind American Idol.
I would have said, yeah, we would have did it. Sure.
All right, listen. Guys, I don't understand, Eric, what's going on, but don't blow it with this guy.
No, Howard, I'm not going to let him blow it now.
All right, I got to run.
We need to break because Mr. Jackman just walked in.
Oh, Hugh Jackman's here.
Mr. Jackman.
He's bigger than Eric. All right, guys, thanks.
He would show up for a meeting.
Everybody's bigger than Eric.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back right after these words. Eric the Midget. Eric the Midget, what do you want? Hello?
I wanted to say one thing about the meeting. You guys want fucking proof that I'll show up to that? If Robert Mills okays it, I will bring my laptop and get on the JFSE in the meeting on cam to prove that I'm there.
Huh? Eric, what are you doing? I'm not making a joke of this. I got you a meeting with Robert Mills.
I'm not making a fucking joke of this either.
Sure you are. You're going to sit in a meeting with Robert Mills and be on cam?
On the JFSC.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. Get your shit together. I got you a high-level meeting with the vice president at ABC.
Do you think he's really going to talk projects and deals on cam?
Yeah.
Eric, the ridiculous midget.
You know what I think? Eric finally got what he wanted, and now he's shaking in his boots.
He's scared,
and he's nervous.
Yeah.
He's scared. So now he wants the JFSC in there with him, and, if you want to discuss serious business, I don't know what you're doing. I don't get you, man. I don't get it.
Retarded midget.
Do what you want. Go on the JFSC when you're sitting there in a business meeting. Go ahead. That's a great idea.
That's to prove that I'm actually there.
No one cares. Do what you want. You don't even have to go.
Doctors aren't believing me.
Just go to the meeting. What do you care who believes you?
Because I'm not fucking lying.
Well,
Eric, you're being ridiculous.
Lying on this show.
You're being ridiculous.
I'm done looking like a liar on this show.
You're being ridiculous.
You don't look like a liar.
Eric the liar.
You look like a maniac. You got a
You're
meeting.
sounding like a maniac.
You got a meeting.
Sure.
You blew off a meeting with the vice president of ABC so you can be there simultaneously with the end of American Idol. I mean, come on.
Eric, the stupid bitch.
Are you losing it?
No, I'm not losing it.
Well, then stop acting like
I mean, and you know what? You want my advice? You can do whatever you want in that meeting with Robert Mills. Being on your laptop with your cam set up in the meeting isn't going to turn on Robert Mills. It's going to try and talk to you about maybe getting something going for you.
Yeah, they're going to have writers there proposing ideas. You think they want other networks to be able to see and hear what they're thinking?
The guy actually arranged a day where you were going to meet with several people. That'd be good. Yeah, you know what? Do that. Tell me how it goes. Be on the computer while he's talking to you. Okay, that's a brilliant idea.
Then I won't do it with sound. I'll just do it with the video cam.
Oh, yeah.
Do whatever you want, man. You really think that's great? Let me ask you something.
Think he wants to be on?
Put yourself in Robert Mills' shoes. He's meeting with you. He's never met you before. You walk in with a camera. You think he wants that?
Eric, the stupid midget.
Would you want that? If you were a powerful executive, would you want that?
I wouldn't mind.
Well, you've only got the head of Eric with nothing going on.
Right. But do what you want. I mean, listen, you're a big boy. Don't call me with that information. All I did was...
Who are you proving that you're not a liar to?
All I did was facilitate a meeting for you. And the guy wrote me a note saying he was a little perturbed because he cleared his whole day for you, and then he didn't even know you weren't coming.
But he's now concerned about being portrayed as a liar. Who said you were a liar?
Who cares if you're a liar?
You were calling me a liar earlier. Plus, on that stupid-ass website devoted to you and the show, they've been calling me a liar.
Well, because it looks like you're lying. But you said Johnny Fratto was the reason you couldn't get to the meeting. Then Johnny calls in and goes, I had you covered. I mean,
Really?
that sounds like a lie to us. You could see that.
Really, seriously, he did not have me covered.
Okay, well, that's something
Well, how are
different.
you going to get to the next meeting?
He promises that he'll have me covered this next time.
Shuli, you know something about this?
Yeah, I interviewed Johnny Fratto yesterday.
Yeah.
Because you remember Eric initially said that Fratto didn't get him a ticket to come out. What Johnny told me was that the whole time, Eric's been trying to line this meeting up with the finale of American Idol. He's trying to kill two birds with one stone.
Right.
Which means he knew the whole time that he wasn't going to come to this meeting
Right.
because it wasn't
Right.
at the time of the finale.
And Robert Mills is sitting there waiting for this guy and tying up his whole... This guy's got a huge job.
I mean, you know how many people would kill to meet with this guy for
I
2
know.
seconds?
Just to pitch him an idea or something.
Yeah.
And he's blocking out a whole day for Eric
No.
and pulling other people out of their jobs.
Fratto said it has nothing to do with me and everything to do with American Idol.
Right. And Eric, really, get your priorities together. Who cares
Sure,
about
you-
American Idol? This was
You
your shot.
You interviewed me before you interviewed Johnny. What did I tell you yesterday?
You know, I did interview you, Eric, and when I gave you a chance at the end of the interview to publicly make a statement to apologize to this executive, you start talking about American Idol for 30 seconds, about how when American Idol finale comes around, you'd love to meet with them. You should have just said, I'm sorry, I screwed up. I'd love to meet with you anytime, anywhere, I'll make it.
Right. This
But
is your
what did
shot.
I tell you about the tickets?
You said on the air and to me that Johnny was supposed to get you tickets and he never came through. But this meeting that Johnny was supposed to fly you out for, you would have never gone to because it has nothing to do with the finale. Right?
And also,
It had nothing to do with the finale. That was a plan B, backup plan, because Johnny did not get me down there this week.
but you realize that my associate, not even associate, the contact I created, Robert Mills, my point is you should have told him way in advance that you weren't making the appointment.
I didn't know till Monday night that I was going to be on a plane Tuesday.
All right.
Cutting it a little
Just
close,
know
aren't you?
that's incredible to me. You make an appointment with a guy, you make sure you can get there.
Right.
And if you're not sure...
And these guys would respect you a little more if you just manned up and just said, look, I screwed up, rather than trying to pin it on everybody else.
Shuey, you know who King and Gina are. Ask them about Johnny. He does shit last minute.
So do you.
That's his M.O.
But Johnny thought you wanted to go the weekend of American Idol.
Johnny said he wants to try and pick up chicks while he's out there for
ever
American
ended
Idol.
on a weekend? Robin?
Whatever, the weekday of American Idol. He's planning to send you there then.
All right, listen, Eric, I don't care if you're lying or not. It's irrelevant to me. If you're not a liar, you're not a liar. But just don't blow it with this guy Mills. This is a gift from heaven.
Oh, he'll blow it.
And walking in there with your cam
He'll blow it, Howard.
and your
Leave him
laptop.
alone.
I mean,
Oh, Robin, blow it out your ass.
He'll blow it.
he's gonna imagine this. And thank God he got a hold of me. He's gonna walk in with his laptop
Right.
and go on cam
to prove to the 14 people
those
on that
14
site.
Hey,
imbeciles
everybody, come here and get on my cam.
to the 14 idiots on JFSC that he's in a meeting with Robert Mills. So yeah, you go do it, Eric. It sounds like a brilliant plan.
Very well thought out.
Eric the Boozer.
What is your name again?
Eric the Boozer.
Oh.
Eric the Boozer. No, that's not Eric the Idiot.
What is your name then, Eric?
Eric the sack of shit.
All right, Eric, thank you. And I wish you luck and do what you want in the meeting. It's up to you.
Right.
What are you going to wear to the meeting?
I don't know yet.
You got a suit and tie?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. You're having a powerful meeting with a guy who's way up in the network.
Should he be in a suit and tie, or should he be
Absolutely.
the way that Mr. Mills has seen him on
I was taught
this show?
at Boston University, when you go for a job interview, you wear your best suit.
All right.
Even if you're in a wheelchair?
I don't care what you're in.
All right.
You should have seen me on my first job interview. I should have been in a wheelchair. They thought I was in a wheelchair.
They have the thick elbow padding?
No, I had a suit. I put on a suit. Why not? You taking a power meeting? Look powerful.
Eric, do you have one of those clip-on ties, or can you tie a tie?
Unless you're going for funny, then you could dress like a lawn jockey.
Really? Do you use the clip-on tie?
You have a clip-on tie? No. Don't wear a clip-on tie. Especially the kind that light up. So when is your meeting with the guy?
Like Johnny and I said earlier, it's the 13th, which will be the week actually before American Idol.
Oh, it is?
Do you want me to see if Fox can move the Idol finale to coincide with your meeting to the
No.
13th? No? All right. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if Fox would listen to me on that. Move up the finale a week so when Eric's in town, he could be there.
How could they do that?
They
Yeah.
still have 4 contestants
Right.
left.
Well, maybe they could do it, eliminate all 3 at once.
As a favor.
The whole show.
I'll call Rupert Murdoch. I'll be on his yacht later today. Him and his wife want to take me around town and pick my brain for some good ideas. All right, Eric. Take care.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye for now.
Eric the ridiculous midget.
Still going to bring your laptop to the meeting?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I told you he'd blow it.
Midget.
You should just get in the suit and put that on webcam. Forget the meeting.
Right. Getting dressed for the meeting.
Yeah.
So you're going to bring your laptop and you're going to broadcast during your meeting with Robert Mills.
Yeah, without sound.
All right. Okay. That's a really great idea.
Eric the ignorant asshole.
He's the one guy I could watch on the web without sound.
Right.
I wouldn't need sound to watch him.
All right, Eric, thank you. Good luck with that.
Okay.
Do you have
Eric's a shitty actor.
Do you have any ideas prepared for the meeting, or are you just going to walk in there cold?
I have a couple ideas.
You want to run them by us?
Not
Might be
really.
wise. I've kind of had experience with these type of executives.
You want to brainstorm with these people, I'll tell you. They know what they're talking about.
Right.
They'll help you.
Yeah, not much brains.
Hey, man, you know what?
You got you this
Everything I've ever pitched in Hollywood was bought.
Brains enough to get you a meeting.
Yeah. I hope you're not whipping out that tired old book, Puggy the Dougie. Dougie the Puggy.
He said he wants to look at what I have written, so.
Okay.
Is this a goof?
No, the guy's for real, I swear to God.
He says he wants to see what Eric's
Yep.
written.
I guess so. That I didn't know. Are you going to pitch that whole stupid modeling agency thing you were involved with?
No.
Where the chick can live with Eric for 9 years.
Yeah.
Right.
I got a contest for you.
I mean, the chick who finally gets to be part of Eric's modeling agency gets to move into his house?
Eric's a midget. Stupid modeling agency.
Because if he... If a chick signs up to his modeling agency, he needs to keep his eye on her.
That's right.
Make sure
He's
she's...
going to groom her.
Yeah.
Kidnap her.
Eric's a midget. Completely worthless modeling and talent agency.
What happened with that contest, Eric?
With the modeling agency? I think Johnny was the reason that fell apart, too. Eric couldn't get Johnny to send him all over the country to various strip clubs looking for models.
Johnny told me that Eric had a dream like a sex dream a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
About one of the chicks from the Bunny Ranch, and Eric said that Johnny, in his dream, walked into the room and interrupted him, and Eric called up Johnny and cursed him out for ruining his wet dream.
Is that true, Eric?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was with Sonny Lane.
All right, Eric. Well, good luck with your meeting. It sounds like it's going to be eventful. I'm sure Mr. Mills will be really enjoying being on cam with you.
Eric, the deal-breaking midget.
How many people are on there?
14. How many people are on your website actively right now?
There are 75 people looking at what is going on.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Eric.
Okay, and Howard, I got one more thing, and then if you can put me on hold so I can listen to the rest of your show.
Right.
But I'm kind of don't get me wrong, I love you. I've been a big fan of yours always, but you got to listen to the rest of the people on your show. Tell Eric to go fuck himself. He's a cocksucking, fucking miserable, ungrateful little cocksucking midget. You know,
Eric the midget.
Yeah, you've done so much for this guy. You've given them money. You've gotten them backstage to American Idol. You've gotten him Derek Garmo's phone number. You've gotten him laid at the Bunny Ranch. And because of your show, he's got that popularity, and he's getting all this shit.
I got the most disturbing email yesterday about Eric the midget.
Really?
It was 3 pictures of Eric. I guess he was at the Bunny Ranch. I'm not sure where it was taken.
I don't think it was Bunny. I think that was in his home.
Oh, well.
There's a background shot where you just see him with that glazed look in his eye.
Yeah,
that looks like his house. That does not look like...
Oh, okay, yeah, but then it's a picture of him taking a picture of his own penis, right?
Right.
Yeah, don't put that up, but...
And
I think it's him, you know, because it looks like his club foot is on there, too.
Right.
What's
Yeah.
he doing?
And actually, he doesn't have a penis he should be ashamed of, actually. And actually, look, but if it is his penis, I don't know what's going on.
He did hear that.
We shouldn't be seeing pictures of that anywhere, except maybe in that picture with him and the chick.
You know, he must have, every midget must have incredibly dark moments, man.
Right. Of course.
It's just, that's like, oof.
I don't know, Vince.
And you went out of your way to set up this appointment with him, and then the NBC executive cleared his schedule, and he blows it off for American Idol. What the fuck?
All right, you want to speak to him? All right, you tell Eric. Here, I'll put you through to him, all right?
All right.
Eric, this guy says you shouldn't be on the show anymore. Talk to him. Here's Vince.
Listen, shit breath.
Oh.
You don't have your facts straight, do you?
Hey, listen, you fucking little fucking faggot. You know, if I was Johnny Toronto, I'd have you whacked, you know? You're so fucking stupid.
Maybe
you really are. You let me, no, listen, let me,
Hey, Vince, why don't you let Eric defend himself?
Okay, go ahead. What do you want to say, Big Mouth?
For starters, shit breath, it wasn't Diana DeGarmo's phone number. It was Catherine McPhee's. So get your shit straight.
All right, that's one thing I got wrong. Go ahead.
Also, he didn't get me laid at the Bunny Ranch. That was
the hell he didn't.
It is because of me.
It was set up off of the show.
Yeah, but come on.
It was because of the show, you dumb fuck.
And you know
Let
what?
me tell you,
Eric, the guy is right. No offense. Vince is right. You did get laid.
Eric, that's a business.
Shut up for a minute.
I agree with Vince.
Hey, listen, let me tell you.
Vince, let Eric defend himself.
Okay, all right.
You listen to me. The only reason why I'm at all ungrateful is because of fuckheads like you. I don't have one bit of being ungrateful towards Howard himself. It's the fucked up fans of the show.
Oh, yeah? Who called? Wait a minute. Eric, did you not call Howard last week and you told him that it was you set up that meeting at NBC and not him? He had nothing to do with it? You fucking little liar.
For starters, you got the call letters wrong. You cannot get any shit straight, can you, fuckhead?
Howard, what did he say to you?
A-B fucking C, you idiot.
Yeah, Eric's right. It's ABC that I set him up with the meeting, but Eric blew it off for he wants to see the finale of American Idol.
It's amazing.
You know, Howard.
You're right about that, Vince.
You know, Howard, I've been out of work for a year and a half. My wife suffers with breast cancer and lupus. She's the only one working, and half the time she's out of work because she's too sick to go. I've been looking for work, and one of the reasons why I got fired from my job is because of my wife's illness. Okay, and if you know, I'll tell you something. If you did that for me, if you set me up with a meeting or something like that, I'd be there the very first day. Like, I'd be there. Like, if you set me up a meeting tomorrow, I'd be there right now waiting for that meeting. And
all right, let's see what Eric has to say about that. Eric?
Okay, go ahead, Eric. Go ahead, Eric.
I want to be there today. I don't have the fucking money to be there today.
Then you know what you do?
The hell?
Call Johnny.
Word.
Then you know what you do? I know that there's something.
All right, you guys are never going to agree, I don't think. I mean, come on.
No.
All right, Vince. I'm sorry to hear about your wife.
That's an idiot.
Eric, you have to admit you're sorry to hear about Vince's wife.
Yeah, I'm sorry she's married to this prick.
You think that because she married Vince, she got lupus and cancer?
Maybe.
Wow.
Some people are carriers.
Hey, you know, the only thing big on you, Eric, is your mouth. How many cocks can you fit in it?
Uh-oh.
You know, Howard,
Eric, you got to let Eric respond to that one. You can't leave that, you can't just say, Eric, how many cocks can you take in your mouth and leave them hanging?
It's a good question, but yeah.
All right, Eric, how many cocks can you take in your mouth? That's the question.
None, you fucking loser. Maybe you fit as many as you want in yours.
That's the right answer.
Nice. None.
But in actuality, 1.5 for me.
Hey, anybody out there listening, steal Eric's wheelchair. Let him crawl around.
Oh.
Wow.
Hey, go find the nearest bridge or tallest building. Do me a favor. Leap off of it, sucker.
I would accept. The thing is, I
This
would
is
like to do
getting
midget
ugly.
tossing starting with you over the bridge.
What did you say, Vince?
I said I would toss myself over the bridge, but I want to start by practicing midget tossing, and I would have him tossed over the bridge first.
Oh, my God.
And I can do it. I'm a bodybuilder.
Oh.
A bodybuilder. Eric, you're fucked.
Go ahead, call him shithead again.
Yeah, he's probably a bodybuilder on steroids.
Nice!
Never touched steroids in my life, pal.
Down goes Eric! Down goes Eric!
Anyway, Howard, you ever set me up with something?
Wait, what is that, Eric?
You roided up fuckhead.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh, wow.
Vince on the canvas.
Hey, Howard, if you ever set me up with something like that, I'd be crawling on my hands and knees from L.A. to New York just to
Of
thank
course.
you, to show my gratitude.
Fuck that shit. What's your next insult for Eric?
Yeah.
He's just a waste of life. He really is.
Jesus, Eric, a waste of life.
Hey, Eric, at least I don't live off my parents.
Eric, you owe him two now.
And I don't steal people's credit cards to go to the bunny ranch, you fuckhead.
What, Eric?
Oh, yeah. Oh, so you're denying the fact that you stole Johnny Fratto's credit card and had yourself a good time?
Idiot. It was a bit.
A bit.
Wait, whoa.
A bit of what? A bit of five. Oh, and then charging Johnny Fratto what? $5,000 for like one weekend work or something?
Eric's billing.
See Eric's face turning red.
He had to have a Mustang convertible, dude. Come on.
Eric's
And if I was Kurt Angle, the only reason why I'd have you at the wrestling match is throw you in the ring and knock your ass around.
Eric, you're taking blow after blow.
Come on, Eric. This is like the Thriller in Manila.
You're fighting like a fag.
Come on, Gorilla. We in Manila.
What do you think he is? He is a fag.
Not idiot.
He's half a fag.
Hey, are you one of the children that the Ataka mom is missing?
I'm wondering if these guys can keep this up till 10 o'clock.
Check in from time
We'll
to
just
time.
sit and watch and ooh and ah.
Octomom's kid. Ooh.
Say something about his mother, Eric.
Come on.
Eric,
Eric, what happened? Where are you in this?
is all this stuff true?
No, it's not. Of course not.
Vince, he says you're a liar. Vince is a liar.
Oh, well. Hey, Howard, you got
I like when Eric said, "Of course not."
Ooh.
That was a good one.
Of course not. I mean, in 2 words, he called Vince a liar.
Oh, that's such an insult. Oh, gee, I'm so hurt.
He's laughing at you, Eric.
I see what you're doing, Vince.
Wow.
Oh, and he's baiting him. Eric, don't fall for that shit. Say something.
Hey, can I take you for a
Eric. Oh, the bloodshed. Oh. Come on, Eric.
I think Eric passed out.
Don't let him get away with that shit.
He looks woozy.
Eric's head exploded.
Eric, I know physically it's hard for you to fight, but this is a verbal fight. I mean,
But seriously, Howard.
Oh, my God!
This guy, I really don't.
you what?
I honestly don't know why you do the things that you do for him after all the bad mouthing and all the bullshit that he's like inflicted on you, and then stealing and lying from people, and like he goes to the bunny ranch expecting all the freebies all the time.
That's it. I'm stopping it. I'm stopping this fight.
You know?
Get me confused with fat ass high pitch. I don't steal any shit from anyone.
What about the credit card? How, Garrick? What about that?
Idiot. Did you hear me? It was a fucking bit of comedy. That was not fucking true.
Oh, really? Then why did Johnny call up and say that you stole this card?
I never heard that was a bit.
Me either.
No, what kind of bit is that?
It's news to me.
If I
You
was
actually
him, I
went
would
to the
have
bunny
you
ranch.
arrested.
Vince, he's saying you're too stupid to recognize a bit.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's why Johnny called and said that you did steal it.
How?
Say it was a bit at all.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
I got to go.
Call back tomorrow at the same time to do this.
Yeah. I could listen to this all day, but I don't know about my audience.
Does he have one more?
Anybody want to say anything before I leave?
Hey, you got any games?
No. You mean you're trivializing this and just blowing Eric off?
Do you have any games? Eric, he's saying your life is a game.
You make fun of me, and then you try to beg for a game for money.
I wasn't thinking, I was just asking. And unlike you, I don't call Howard every fucking day asking, you know, Howard, you got money for me? And what about April Fools? You called Howard. Hey, you called Howard and said you want $750,000, and then Howard said, "Oh well, I was going to give you $1,000, but oh well." And then the next day you called begging for that $1,000, said it was a joke.
The last time I ever asked for any money and received any money was at the end of his run at K-Rock.
Ooh.
No, that's not true. What about April 1st when you called Howard?
I didn't ask for money.
Yes, you did. The next day, the April Fools, you called Howard and said you wanted $750,000.
Oh,
I think Steroid Boy
Then
is
the day after, you called back and said, "Can I have that $1,000?"
He's right, Eric.
Yeah.
I remember, yeah. Ooh, pow.
Remember you said you won in Vegas?
Vince is like a notebook.
You can't get any shit straight, though.
Hey,
it wasn't
Eric.
online poker. It was at an Indian casino.
Hey, Eric, what did that picture of your penis that I just got in the mail yesterday?
What's going on there?
Oh!
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you do. I know it's you because I see your club foot.
Like he didn't know what we were talking about when they had the picture of the girl and him on the bed in the
You took a picture.
T-shirt.
You took 2 pictures of yourself with your camera, and then there's one of your cock, and your club foot is like right next to it because you can see it like on the floor. And I ain't saying your cock's small. I mean,
I don't know what you're talking about because,
you sure?
yeah.
All right.
Was it the cock you were sucking?
Want
No, fat ass.
me to send it to you?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's not of me because if it was, my foot wouldn't be on the floor.
No, it's in your wheelchair, and your foot's like like your foot's below. You can see that it's you.
Let me ask Eric something. Do you have a Motorola phone? Cell phone?
Yeah.
That's you. Then
It's you.
Why are there pictures of your penis floating around?
It's just this one.
But I mean,
People
it's
have
floating.
it. Why don't give that out to people because it ends up in my hands, and that means if it's in my hands, it's in everybody's
Oh
hands.
yeah, that's definitely him. Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Fred, email it to him.
Sorry, Howard, it's already been sent.
It's been sent.
Yeah, just sent like 2 minutes ago. Eric,
Open
check
up
your
your
email.
open up your email right now.
And ironically, you're wearing an athletic sock.
I don't have a pair of athletic.
Take a look at
White sock.
Take a
You're
look
wearing
at
a
the
white sock.
email, and then I want you to swear on your mother's life if that's not you, because I say it is.
It's in your email.
Open it up right now.
You have your little save posted?
Oh, shoot, I'm not signed into AOL right now.
All right, we'll sign in.
Hey, Howard, he emailed his mother Happy Mother's Day. His mother emailed him back, said, who the hell are you?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
And she's in the other room.
Your mother is so black.
How black is she?
Here's the picture I'm talking about, Robin. Take a look at it. Don't you think this is Eric shooting a picture of his own penis? Because look at the foot.
Oh, my goodness.
And there's the wheelchair.
Yeah, it's the twisted around foot.
I just want to know.
Wow.
And if you'll notice,
He's got a big
he's got the little shorts.
Do you think he's hard there?
No,
No.
he's soft.
I think he's chubbed.
A little bit.
Okay, there's 3 pictures.
That's weird. It
There's
looks like
3 pictures, Eric. The third one.
The third one, yeah.
the money shot's the third picture.
It's you. I know it is.
Dude.
You might as well admit it.
It's your foot.
Eric, listen.
1 second. Let him look at it. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Tell me the truth now and swear on your mother's life. Eric, you're open.
Yeah, I think that is a shot.
Why are you taking pictures of your cock?
And sending
it to people? Who'd you send that to?
Sent it to a female.
Okay, who was it?
A female member of the JFSC, but she's no longer in the JFSC
How do you know?
because I haven't seen her in there for probably a couple months.
Did she ask for a picture of your cock?
Yeah.
Why would you send it? You know she's going to take it and show it around. Or you don't care?
Well, she was supposed to send me photos of her self-topless and stuff like that.
No. So she said, first send me one of your cock.
Right.
You fell for that one.
Are you saying a chick bullshitted you?
Did she ever send you a picture of her face?
Yes.
Because I was wondering if it wasn't a dude playing tricks on you.
No, it wasn't a JD moment.
So, that's weird. I've seen your cock.
Right.
Are you sure it's not his vagina?
No, it's definitely a penis.
Yeah, and Eric, if there's a picture of you and a penis, always say it's your penis.
I also like that. It's like Eric goes, oh, no, that can't be me. And
I
meanwhile,
know, he's denying.
At
He
least
knows
that
he
ass
took the
I've seen
picture.
mine.
I mean, he denies, and then it's
And
his
then he's
penis.
taking pictures of it.
Yeah,
Everyone knows what their cock looks like, except Piper Jared.
right.
Hey, Howard, does he stroke it with his pinky?
I don't know what he does. Ooh.
I mean that it's that small.
Actually, we do know what he does. He lays on the bed. Remember?
What do you think of his penis? It's actually pretty big, right?
It's
What do you think?
It's thick.
Kind of thick.
yeah, it's thick.
It's thicker than I thought.
But it's an odd shape, though.
I know. It looks like
It's like every other penis.
It's
a
another word.
baby bottle.
The head is very
looks like
small, but it's a lot of girth.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Is what it is.
You're pretty wide, huh, Eric?
Yeah, I guess so.
Eric, I'll be honest. Are you a little chubbed up in that picture?
Yeah, I think I was at that time.
Oh, okay.
I thought so.
Yeah, it looks weird.
No, it looks like it's on its way to being an erection.
Yeah. But the head still doesn't. There's no, like,
It's weird looking at
Hasn't
Eric.
gotten there
proportion.
yet.
It's weird looking at Eric's penis.
Oh yeah, put that. Oh my god.
Are you having trouble with it?
It's odd. It's
Looks like a hot dog.
It's disgusting. And then that little leg and the sock. And,
yeah, with the twisted foot.
And knowing there's a woman out there who has it.
Or a guy. Who knows?
And the guy who sent it to us. So there's another guy out there who actually knows what your penis
So
is.
did you realize people were circulating your picture?
No.
Yeah, again.
Whatever
That'd be funny if they put it on the gay website.
Oh,
But Eric, once you put that out there, it can get out. It can go anywhere.
haven't you heard me talking about sexting? You don't do it.
In fact, I think his cock's bigger than mine. I might start using that and send it to girls and tell them
you
it's my
send
cock.
them Eric's cock?
Yeah, I might put that up on the internet and say, this is Howard Stern's cock.
But how are you going to explain your foot, though?
Let's just say I had a skiing accident.
I'm going to send it to a girl and say his leg is my cock.
Right. That's a good idea, too.
Yeah.
The thing with the sock on it.
Right.
I have to put a sock on my cock.
Yeah, I don't know. It's disturbing.
I fuck girls with my foot.
Yeah. Sorry, I have to fuck you with an enormous foot.
My cock looks like a foot.
I'm going to fuck you with my club foot.
Eric, do you mind if I send those pictures to the guy making that real doll of you? Because I want to have a realistic looking penis.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And while you're at it, send it to the guy from ABC.
Yep. And
Robert Mills?
And to Catherine McPhee.
You know, could this disqualify him from working with ABC? You know how sometimes they
Morals
get about
clause?
It's Disney.
Yes.
nude pictures. and-
Eric, I'm afraid I have to send this to Robert Mills.
And it's Disney owns ABC, Eric.
You realize they bounced people from High School Musical because they did, very
What,
rude
Eric?
pictures?
No, do not do that.
All right.
Well, he's going to find out.
I'm not doing my fiduciary responsibility if I don't send it to Robert Mills. And then what if he puts you on The Bachelor and then it comes out that there are nude pictures of you on the internet?
Yeah, because none of those Bachelor guys do any of that shit.
Right.
That's the same company that has Wife Swap and Desperate Housewives and Grey's Anatomy. I don't think I'm in that much of a danger.
Eric, you're so naive.
Can you get somebody from ABC on the phone to counter that?
Meeting canceled.
So naive.
Yeah, Bob Iger. You're a fag.
Robert Mills just wrote me an email, said, due to this new revelation, I cannot meet with Eric.
I don't think
Eric, I think you'll be okay, but don't spread pictures of yourself around with your cock.
There's only one picture of my cock. A priest has it in Jersey.
Right, and Artie didn't pose for it. He was held down.
Right, it was terrible.
Right.
Hey, Art?
Yeah.
If I were that guy from ABC, you know what I'd do? I'd set up the meeting and I'd have it in an enclosed room, and when Eric comes rolling in with the wheelchair, I'd have like a gay porn shoot.
Oh,
sorry, him.
What an interesting idea.
Ooh.
That'd be funny.
Wow. All right, Vince. Thank you. Eric, thank you. And I hope...
and keep me on hold so I can listen to the rest of the show.
By the way, Vince, when you do that, it takes up other phone callers getting through.
Oh, all right. Never
But all
mind.
right, I'll let you do it. All right, hold on.
Okay.
But this is the last time.
This is the last time.
All right.
Artie, who won the fight?
At least I have the money to pay for a subscription.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wait.
Artie, who won the fight? Eric or Vince?
It was close for a while, but I'll tell you what, I'm gonna have to go with Vince.
Wow.
Yeah, Eric let him run away with
And
it.
Elliot, I'm not gonna let that last statement go unchallenged. Do you pay for that, or is that Social Security
serious?
money paying for it?
Oh. Ooh.
Oh, now
Which
Fred
means
involved.
we're paying for it.
Oh.
You deadbeat.
Eric. Is he right?
Well, the only money I do get is SSI, so I guess,
Yeah.
What about
I do have a subscription, but my Sirius satellite is screwed up.
See, I can't take any extra money. That's why I had to cut this door, because SSI only allows you to take $65 extra per month.
Ooh. All right, listen, guys, I got to go. Thank you.
Ridiculous.
Wait, we got a guy from SSI on the phone. Why don't you respond? You fag!
He says he's taking away your SSI because of the penis picture.
You fag!
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Eric, and thank you, Vince.
All right.
Thanks. You know, it's amazing with this SSI. I mean, I'm not saying Eric lives some kind of great lifestyle, but hold on, Vince, I got to put him back on hold.
Can you imagine they only allow you $65 extra a month? Like what?
Yeah, but you get the money from the government. I mean, Eric's got like a computer, and he's got a home, and he's got
Sirius, he's got
cell
cable.
phone. He takes pictures of his penis. I mean, he's got a camera.
He's got cameras and phones.
Yeah, but Howard,
It's not such a bad life.
his parents pay for the house.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I think
Oh.
I'm almost sure that's his parents' house. They let him live there.
I was going to say, I'm thinking of going on SSI.
Yeah.
Why not? That's kind of cool.
You gonna go at SSI?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hack it.
After this year is up, you know.
Well, Howard, say goodbye to that tub.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know.
I said goodbye to that tub last year.
Oh, good.
No.
Did you say goodbye to the circle shower, too?
Yeah. All right. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these words. Eric the Midget, you're on the air.
Hello?
Did you vote last night, Eric?
No, I don't vote for anyone this season. Here, you look.
What's going on in the background?
None of your business, Robin.
Johnny is on my cell on speaker. He fell asleep.
Why? He was talking to you?
No.
It's really weird how when people talk to Eric, they fall asleep.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I hope there's
He's
no
like
one driving. I hope there's no one driving out there right now.
Eric, there's a strange noise coming out of your phone. It's almost like ack.
Snoring.
Well, that's him snoring.
Johnny snoring.
Is Johnny sleeping on a frog?
Let me hear that. Wait a second. It's an unusual snore. Anyway, what do you want to tell us, Eric? What? Eric, I got to go.
Call dropped. What do you know?
Eric, please, what do you want? I mean, we're in the middle of a very tense situation. Artie has had a blowout with Lisa G. Robin was going wild.
I was not going wild.
She
now
was
that's
going wild.
A strange characterization.
Her emotions.
Defending me is wild?
That's wild. She's never done that before. That is crazy. Wow. That was nuts.
Robin and Fred got crazy, and thank God for it.
Yeah, it was wild, and now you call in, and you're telling us Johnny's asleep.
And boy, you're screeching it to a halt.
I'm
taking this conversation down on dirt road.
All calming down.
I'm hijacking the
Robin went berserk. She started eating a steak. What?
You know how crazy it is in here? I'm having a green drink, and Robin has a bagel.
They're all fighting, and I'm counting the days till I can retire. I got a year and a half to go, Eric.
All I had to, you know what? I saw me sleeping late for the next year and a half. All I had to do was throw something at Lisa and make sure I missed.
That would have done it.
I would have done it.
That would have done it.
Sleeping in.
I would have missed.
You
and then she would have had a book.
I was proud of you. Eric, go
I
ahead.
would never do something to a woman. Ever.
Badass. He said for me to go ahead.
All right, you know what? I think I have to go to the bathroom.
Come on, Eric. Go ahead, please.
I was calling because yesterday that guy made the claim of me stealing Johnny's credit card. I've never even seen any of Johnny's credit cards, let alone heard.
I can stop you right. I can stop you right here. Johnny gave me a message you left on his machine telling him to lie and say that the whole credit card thing was a made up. Why are you doing this? Whoops. Want me to play it for you?
Dun, 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 dun.
What?
Go ahead.
Okay, here you go. This is Eric the Midget on Johnny Fratto's answering machine. Here we go.
Hey, Johnny, I don't know how much of this show you heard yesterday or if you heard any of it at all, but some fucker called in yesterday, worthless piece of shit, loser, and he brought up the thing about the credit card deal. What we need to do is have you call in and tell them that it was just a bit. Maybe that way they'll leave me alone if they hear it come from you. No, that's the only idea I could come up with is, you call in and you tell them it's a bit. That hopefully will put it to rest.
See?
This is a smoking gun.
Yeah.
So please stay off ambient, stay completely awake, alert, and coherent. Your show was as ambient. That way.
What?
Your show was as ambient today.
Well, what statement do you want to make?
It was just a bit.
Just a bit?
You didn't get cars or order cars from the Bunny Ranch?
I don't know if he carries Visa, American Express, MasterCard, Platinum, Gold. I don't know any of
Nobody
that.
cares, Eric.
Yeah,
Eric, you can let it go. Nobody cares.
And that's evidence. That's pretty clear evidence. I mean, that's like, Charles Lawton and witness for the prosecution.
We think we'd get the conviction.
I mean, if I had, he would have my ass in jail by now, and he hasn't.
He would never do
Not
that to
even
you.
press charges.
Nobody's putting you in jail. No one can handle you in jail with your special needs.
Oh, but you would get fucked.
In jail.
Jackie now has a business where for 99 cents you can download his How to Be a Comedian instructional podcast.
Wow.
It's so weird. First of all, Jackie's overly tan.
Uh-huh.
Like he's on a white background. It's like Richard Avedon is shooting him, and he's just incredibly tan, and he has incredibly fake white teeth now.
Right.
And he's like all Hollywood, and he's explaining how to be a successful, how to tell a joke.
Is he standing or is he sitting?
He's sitting.
He's sitting.
I think so. Yeah, he's teaching a class. Someone sent me some clips.
And there are people you can see in this class?
No, there's nobody in there. You're in his class. It's one-on-one training. Wait, let me see if I have something.
The best is how to succeed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, that's.
Would you get advice from him on how to succeed? Here's how you succeed. You work for Howard Stern, and then you fuck it all up.
Right.
That's how you succeed. Did he succeed? Professor Jackie.
I would like to understand how to succeed according to Jackie.
Did you watch this, Fred, at all?
No.
Oh, my
This is
God.
the first I'm hearing of it. I don't know how I missed it.
I saw Jackie all weekend because apparently he's going to be performing down where I live, and they have these little posters of Jackie all over the place. I was like, Martling's haunting me.
Very, very subtle.
Oh,
very.
That's what he looks like on the
looks like a
video.
televangelist.
Yeah. That's Jackie. And he's got that fake smile, and he's completely charged up about... where's the part where Jackie teaches you how to tell a joke? Is that the stuff on the right-hand side or the left-hand side?
He's teaching people how to tell a joke?
Yeah. Because there's so many tapes.
It's sort of the second column. Or, not
third column.
It's all on your right.
My right. Yes, the yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah, because he... thank you, JD. It's JD's music. So here's Jackie telling you how to tell a joke and instructing you on how to be a successful stand-up comedian.
All right.
Very, very subtle. Very, very important. You tell a joke in the present tense. The wife was sitting out on the porch. It's already history. Who cares what the wife was doing? The wife's sitting on the porch drinking. It's right here and now. The wife's sitting on the porch. Let's go see what she's doing. The wife was sitting on the porch. It sounds like old news. It's very, very subtle. But
is that a big deal?
Yeah.
To put it in the present like that?
Well, you don't realize what goes into Jackie's craft.
I have a radio show, Jackie's Joke Hunt, every Tuesday night on Sirius XM channel Howard 101 with Ian McKeon Carr, and Gyrish Jimmy McClure, Matt Who's Where It's At, and Lovely Staples answers the phone. And I always show them and tell the listeners how to correct the jokes. It's so subtle, but when it's done correctly, it makes all the difference. Put it in the present tense.
Imagine once you listen to this tape, you're as successful as Jackie. Like, I might take advice from Seinfeld. Jackie's going to instruct you on how to tell a joke. I'm not sure Jackie does know how to tell a joke.
I'm not sure either.
It's subtle. Who knew
very
so much,
subtle. Very subtle.
So much thought goes into it. Right here. Here's Professor Jackie. It's the greatest ever.
Okay, now, let's take a joke.
All right.
Lady walks in a drugstore. She says, I need some cyanide to kill my husband. The druggist says, lady, I can't sell you cyanide to kill your husband. You'll go to jail. I'll go to jail. You're crazy. Lady reaches the purse, takes out a picture, hands it to the druggist. It's a picture of her husband in bed with the druggist's wife. He says, ooh, I didn't know you had a prescription, which is a great joke. And here's another joke.
Oh, my.
Guy sitting in a bar. In front of him is a turtle. Turtle's all wrapped up, all bandaged up. Another guy comes in with a dog. He says, what's with the turtle? He says, what's with this turtle? I'll tell you about this turtle. This is the world's fastest turtle. I bet you $500 we start at that end of the bar. The bartender says, go. My turtle will get to the other end of the bar before your dog. I'll take that bet. He puts down at 500. The other guy puts down at 500. They go into the bar. Bartender says, go. The dog takes off. The guy with the turtle throws the turtle. Now, how do you connect those jokes?
What?
She hands the druggist a picture of her husband in bed with the druggist's wife. He says, oh, I didn't know you had a prescription. Picture now, the prescription is a piece of paper. Wrap it around the turtle. Guy sitting in a bar. There's a turtle in front of him, all wrapped up. Those are the bandages. You see, the turtle got hurt when he threw the turtle. For those of you little learning addicts impaired out there. You see what I mean? The stupider the story is, the easier it's going to be to remember.
Are you confused?
He's trying to teach you how to memorize all your jokes so that you can tell them in a row. So you have to remember that the turtle...
Oh, the connection has nothing to do with making the jokes work with each other.
No. He's giving you a memory trick.
Oh, because I
Don't forget, I have the advantage of sitting through the whole thing.
Somehow you were supposed to be able to make all your jokes seem like you have a set.
No. Now, this is to help you memorize your jokes once you get them all.
So how do you connect the two? You wrap the turtle in paper.
And
Like
the
the
prescription.
prescription.
Yeah. Hey. That Wow.
This is maybe the most important. Learn your punchline.
Right.
Practice your punchline. Even if you just heard a joke from me and you're walking over to tell Ian, on your way over, think to yourself and go over the punchline in your head. Oh, King Kong's balls. Oh, whatever it is.
You got to keep thinking
that
King
when you
Kong's
say the
balls as you
punchline-
walk.
Oh, King Kong's balls. This is what's inside Jackie's head. Oh, King Kong's balls.
Get it?
Guy's in his 60s.
I'm walking and thinking King Kong's balls.
Yeah.
King Kong's balls.
No wonder his wife left him. Jackie, can you stop thinking about King Kong's balls?
No. It comes out nice and clear and you don't stumble.
Right.
Because you can go through a whole beautiful joke, you stumble over the punchline, it kills the laugh. Conversely, you can stumble along through a joke and
Wouldn't it be great, like 10 years from now, there's a famous comedian, they're interviewing him, and they go, you're the most fabulous comedian. They go, how did you learn? I bought Jackie's Learning Annex tape. King Kong's balls.
So the Learning Annex got involved with Jackie and created this?
No, they're making a fortune. First of all, if 10 million people get this at a dollar a tape, that's $10 million.
That's true.
Okay. Then do the math, Rob. Now, if 20 million people buy it, I'll do some quick math for you because that's my strong smoot.
Right.
If 20 million people buy it, it's $20 million.
That's a lot of money.
Right. But if one person buys it, it's only $1.
It's $1.
Right, that's right. I'm going to start my own Learning Annex video. It's going to be how to unlearn everything Jackie teaches you. It'll be the
antidote.
The antidote to Jackie's tape. Thank you.
basically get out the information you need to. But if you bang that punchline perfectly, you're going to get a laugh. That's just how it is. You got to know your punchline and deliver it.
See? It's a pretty long thing,
the punchline is everything.
You know how long this thing is? Because I was watching. It was going on and on.
I'm just amazed about how to succeed in business that they hired him.
You get on a show and you beat all odds and make a lot of money and you quit.
He must be reading somebody else's book.
Now, when you tell a story, I'm going to tell you a joke, and then we're going to dissect where I could have gone wrong, assuming that I'm going to get it right.
What?
The wife is on the deck drinking a glass of wine. The husband walks out with his newspaper, sits down, and starts to read. The wife says, I love you. I love you so much. I don't think I could make it through a day without you. Husband puts down the newspaper. He says, is that you talking? Or is that the wine talking? She says, it's me talking to the wine. If you get nothing else out of this whole thing, you're 99 cents worth. God, I didn't know anything got sold for 99 cents anymore.
Just your shit, Jackie.
That joke is worth 99 cents. Now, it's easy to remember. All you got to remember is the wife is drinking a glass of wine. To remember a whole string of jokes, you guys just got to remember the first one, and you just have to have a favorite joke. And in your mind, favorite. And if you love wine, favorite joke, glass of wine, wife. It's very simple. Now, rule number one.
Wait a minute.
That's some T-shirt.
There are going to be a bunch of comedians now who all just tell jokes like Jackie.
Yeah. He's spawning a whole generation. Most comedians started talking about their life and their interesting.
They create their own jokes.
Jackie's got, let's say your favorite joke is the turtle joke. So what you're going to do is take a turtle, and after that everything will fall into place. Because the turtle's wrapped in paper, then you think paper and bandages, and then you think about the bandages joke.
Wow.
Yeah, I was home watching this a few days ago. I meant to play it for you, but I kind of put it out of my mind.
You don't want a lot of extra garbage. That's why jokes get a bad name, because the guys at the bar, the girls at the bar go on and on with side information. The wife is on the deck She just came home from a long day's work, and she's really exhausted. She didn't feel like doing the dishes, so she opened a...
Wow. Is it really that important to know how to tell these jokes? Wow.
But, or is there really a craft to telling them?
According to Jackie, there is. 99 cents worth.
I know plenty of salesmen who kill.
Today's class is how to tell a joke. Jokes have always been around, and they always will be around. There'll always be people that say they don't like them, but they're fun to have. If you're the salesman that walks through the door...
He always sees the negative. Oh, wait, I don't want to interrupt. If you're the salesman who walks through the door...
Right. With the joke every time, they're glad to see you. If you're a bartender...
Yeah, oh, yeah, I'm really thrilled.
Oh, no, here's that idiot who jokes.
Yeah, I know. I remember my dad used to come home from work. He goes, there's this one guy, he tells jokes, all of the same jokes. He goes, oh. Jackie thinks that someone's looking for that.
Parry with a joke. That's how, it's that simple. Jokes are inherently mean. That's why something's called the butt of the joke. Somebody...
Hey, look who's coming through the door. That retarded salesman that thinks he's so funny. The one who bought Jackie's tape. He's telling us the wine joke.
Hurt. Whether it's the blonde or the fat Jewish mother or the old man and the old lady. Somebody gets hurt. That's why it's called the punchline. That's why it's called the butt of the joke. Some people get hurt worse than others.
Who knew Jackie was such a professor? Listen, jokes are inherently mean. Everybody get over it. Some fat Jew is going to be insulted. Isn't that interesting? That's the fat Jew.
Somebody's going to get it.
Some fucking fat Jew is going to take it on the chin. That's why it's called the butt of the joke.
That's why you have a punchline.
Big fat fucking cheap Jew is going to get it. Big fat Jew who doesn't give a champagne on New Year's Eve. Oh, cheap, not like me, who gives out night lights when someone's baby is born. Blue night light for a girl.
Oh, please.
But that's the nature of it.
That's the nature.
Mel Brooks' definition of comedy and tragedy is when I stub my toe, and comedy is when you fall off a cliff. It's all a point of view.
Mel Brooks said that?
That's right. And when I quote Mel Brooks, somehow it's not funny. Did anyone buy this? Has he made any sales yet? I want to know. How many did he sell?
And we want to know who they are. We want to know. We want to meet those people.
You're going to learn something now. Fuck off.
And why is he sitting in what looks like a mental institution?
Because I am. Where do you think I've been?
It looks like a padded cell.
The only one who seems to give me a work release from the mental institution is Howard. He keeps hiring me. Jackie, anyway, you were saying.
Yes.
Yes.
No,
is that the report? Oh, okay. Very good. Thank you.
Don't forget tonight, Chuck Cito's View, live from LA, 7 p.m. Eastern.
All right,
Howard
Lisa G.
101.
Lisa
Thank you, Lisa.
Takes shits at work.
Hey, Lisa. All right. We'll be back right after these words.
Jackie Platinum Joke Page Martling this Friday, October 1st. This has got to be like the culmination of Jackie's career. He's been selected as the Grand Marshal of the Greater New York Beer Expo.
Oh yeah! When he gives his the answer to the question, what was the pinnacle? What was that moment that he knew he had made it? It'll be when I was selected.
Yeah.
Grand
Beer.
Marshal of a beer fest.
Jackie's wet dream, to be paid to drink beer. It's just like, when does that ever happen? How am I going to get paid to drink beer?
You're supposed to do something you love for a living, but how do I figure this one out?
I mean, I love money and I love beer, and I'm getting both. And what is it? You're going to go there and just... Because Gary said Gary is also going... Fafafui is going to the Jacob Javits Center with Jackie.
Yeah.
And Gary just predicts that they'll be walking around with an intravenous of beer.
His job is to hold me up.
Yeah, it's going to be wild. I mean, so what do you have to do? Did they tell you?
I'll be wearing my Grand Marshal hat, which they're trying to figure out.
Oh, I know what that's going to be. Is this going to be one of those giant baseball caps with the 2 beer can holders? In the
Probably something ridiculous.
You know what it should be? Is one of those things, because now they have those things that, you have 2 wire things and you sit in
beer in
mugs of beer.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what he means.
Ah, okay.
The big hat, and you have a tube so you can drink your beer from the top of your head.
That's as close to intravenous as
Yeah, and then you have hands free for more beer. What?
More beer. They'll have them in holsters too, you know.
So what's the deal? Is it you just go around from booth to booth?
I guess I got to go from booth to booth and be sociable and taste all the beers. And
does Jackie love beer? Okay, here's Jackie. When he gets out of college, he decides he's going to be in a band, and he's writing songs. And of course, that went nowhere, just like everything else he touches. But what does he write about? He writes about beer. You want to hear the beer song?
It's a love song. I'm dying to hear the beer song.
Yeah, you know how guys write love songs? He wrote a love song to beer.
You're welcome to sing along. It goes just like this.
Welcome to Sing Along. Nobody's ever heard of this.
How are you going to sing along?
I'm about to teach you the words.
It goes just like
Stop
this.
the damn thing every 5 seconds.
Coco makes all way before your time. Coco makes you sleep after your prime. Whiskey is for celebrating. Beer just your body weight comes out of your beer. You're drunk. Ready?
Oh, good joke. Is that you on the harmonica?
Who else?
All right.
I need the Bob Dylan of whatever this is.
Of beer music.
We will be singing this Friday.
Are you going to be performing at this thing?
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Will you be singing?
Yeah.
You'll bring
I think I'm
guitar
going to Xerox copies of these lyrics. And,
all right. Let me hear this.
You know how long it takes.
Coco makes you old way before your time. Coco makes you sleep right through your prime. Now whiskey is for celebrate. Beer just gives you body weight and comes out of your ears before you're drunk. That's right. Well, drink it by the 6-pack and look it by the quart. Guzzle it by the gallon till you start to snore and snort. And got a belly like you're pregnant. To get a woman you gotta beg, and you'd be much to look at anyway.
What's he saying?
That's right, glug glug.
This is one of his worst songs.
This is the worst. I don't even know what he's saying. Oh, these are the lyrics? What, did you waste Kathy's time and make her type them up?
No, Jackie types them up on his computer.
Oh, that's why you got a computer, so you can type up these lyrics.
You got to keep these on file.
That's exactly.
Yeah, I don't want you wasting Kathy's time with your stupid typing assignments.
Use your secretary
Good.
to do mine.
Once in a while I catch him doing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Cold gold makes you old way before your time. Cold
Because
gold.
I didn't know what he was saying. I thought it was go-go.
I don't even know. Yeah, I'm not even going to read these lyrics. I want to see if I can understand it.
Oh, all right.
Well, taste it when you're 10 and drink it by 13.
Taste it when you're 10.
10 and drink it by 13.
That's beer?
Yeah, you know, you're a little kid. You take a taste of your father's beer, you know.
By the time he's 13, he's a full blown out drunk.
Yeah. He's having one of his own.
Yeah.
So far, your interpretation is correct.
Yeah. I got my own beer.
Yeah, I had my own keg in my own room.
Tell me I'm not the guy for this job, though. You can break my balls till Sunday, but this
You are the right guy.
This is your job.
Wait until you realize it. Makes you obscene and makes you...
What do you say?
Makes you what?
obscene.
I can't even understand. Jackie, seriously, why? I can't understand a thing you're saying. Plus, you double your voice on it.
No, it's me and Bates.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's two guys
that's
singing.
annoying.
Like a madman, let's hope it's just a fad and that they'll change that legal age to 31.
I like when Jackie laughs in the middle of the song. Did you hear that laugh? He's having a good time. Right?
Hope it's just a fad and that they'll change that legal age to 31.
31. He's laughing at his own joke in the song.
It's me, babe.
Meanwhile, the audience is unconscious.
The audience is going berserk.
How could anybody sing along with this? That's my question.
The audience is going
They don't
berserk.
know
They were there every week for 5 years.
Oh,
The audience
and they
knew this.
still
why'd
don't
you-
know what you're
So
saying.
why'd you give up music? You were so successful.
I never said we were successful.
All right, but you said the audiences were there every week.
Yeah, all 40 of them.
Okay.
It was a soup kitchen.
You put a cork in it.
Come on! That gold makes you old way before your time.
What do you say?
That's cold gold, old gold, whatever. Cold gold makes you old way before your time.
Yeah, we know that.
Gold makes you slip right through your prime.
My parents should be very proud of me.
Yes, because you never wrote a beer song.
That whiskey is for celebrate. Beer just gives you body weight and it comes out of your ears before you're drunk. Let's go to the bar. Yeah!
Oh, God.
Come on, everyone, let's get beers. It's the life of complete debauchery. My whole life is beer. Meanwhile, he's an angry, pissy drunk. He's mad at the world when he drinks beer because he isn't successful.
Oh, you're such a jerk.
I don't know why. Everyone who was in that comedy movie was successful except me.
I don't understand.
Tim Allen has a hit show.
if a doll has her own show.
See if a doll has her own show. Even Bill Hicks has got his own HBO special.
And where am I?
And I'm here.
Singing the beer song.
Nice piano. Honky tonk.
Hi, Rebelli.
Hi, Rebelli.
Somebody just walk in.
Ravelli was Bates' Marx Brother character when we did routines.
Oh,
That's
jeez.
Herb Werner on the piano, very talented young.
Hi, Ravelli.
Hi, Ravelli.
You don't even know what these references
No.
are. Cliff notes.
Well, Bates was dressed.
Bates. Who's that?
Bates was dressed.
All right. Is that that guy who died?
No.
Oh.
No, who?
All right, it's one of his comedy friends died.
Oh, really?
It was Jackie Bennett in the morning.
Oh.
Jesus.
That was a career move.
One other guy who was as famous as Jackie.
Bring it up.
Never gonna have that reunion.
I was due to see him the next day. Go! Oh, I'm cold. You asked Doug Beatty if he had a neck.
Well, now there's cheap beer and there's prime brew, there's imported ale. And there's cheap people, that's us catching every beer sale so we can drink.
What?
There's cheap people and
That's us.
expensive beer and cheap people, and that's them getting every beer sale they can.
Where did he grow up, man? How could your life revolve around beer that much? Beer and pot.
And a beer sale.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's like a 40-year-old, two-year-old.
While we're painting, drinking till we faint, and when we come to us.
Yeah, but you're still singing this stuff.
Oh, sure. Start over once again. Why don't you tell them how much, Jack? 12 ounces, 16 ounces, 32 or more. Just keep it going right on down that hole that's in your joint till you spent your last nickel. Your mind is really pickled, and it's time that we headed for the bar. One more chance.
All right, I can't take it. Whoa!
Let's go over to the bar. Hold the bar. One more chance. I put my foot down water.
Ding, 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 ding.
We'd like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. Yeehaw! Yeehaw, more beer! Hey, Granny!
Every time you think it's going to end and you're going to be saved, it doesn't.
No, remember.
Mule train!
I got to take some phone calls. Can I take a couple of phone calls? We're at the break. Take into the break.
Well, I can't walk. You better drive because I can't see.
What did he say?
God,
it's still going. I thought MacArthur Park went on a little too long.
Tell me this isn't fun.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
All right, it isn't fun.
What did he say? I don't even know what he's
He
saying.
says, I can't drive. Well, you better walk because I can't see or something like that.
Yeah, and Jackie's voice is so, I guess, strained from yelling and stuff in clubs. You don't even know what he's saying. He's like Marble Mouth.
Wow, that's the only thing I understand clearly.
It's like an animal.
Well, I can't walk. You better drive because I can't drive.
But you better, and the words are way too complicated for him. And you better drive. No one knows what he's saying.
See, somehow he always seemed to reach that mahogany, so won't you set him up? No, let it up. Till we hiccup. And can't get it up. And we all commence to singing this here song. Come on. It's all cold.
Come on.
Cool, cool, make you old.
Come on.
Let it go. He's got 5 seconds left. Go, Mitchell. Way before your time. Go, Mitch.
You believe him?
John and I were just sitting out there, and John said, didn't, John, myself, and Jackie
all grow up within 5 miles of each other.
Yeah, I know.
But
that's when it's
Why
time
is he
warp.
playing
Jackie's
this
like in
music?
Nashville.
Yeah, Jackie thinks he's like Glenn Campbell.
And he swears that there was a whole group of people that used to come and party to this music on jukeboxes.
Where are you people? Call in. Old Off Our Rockers fans. They're all dead from liquor.
Old Our Rockers fans.
All our rocker fans. All you old rocker fans.
We go to Neptune's and play all night.
Answer the call.
That ought to bring him out.
Yeah, that was weird. Weird stuff.
We were wild.
Glug, glug.
We might have sucked, but we were wild.
You slip right through your prime. Do that whiskey is for celebrating.
I really had enough.
Let it finish.
No, screw you.
Let it finish.
Come on, let it finish. Is the finish good?
No. What is that going to be good?
A little
No.
trivia. Just a little trivia.
You just use your body weight and it comes out of your ears before you comes out of your ears.
Yes, it does.
Comes out of your ears before you're knocked down, rolled out, stone cold drunk.
Won't end.
Little Schaefer jingle at the end.
When you're having more than one.
See, you knew it.
Yep. Well, that I know. It's your song I hate. It's still going.
I was ready to go into the pot soon.
That's a good one.
What do you say?
What was that?
Don't tell me what you said. I want him to. Everything is like. Yeah, right. It's soupy. Everything's a grunt. Right.
Thank you. Come on, and we hear it. That's a good one.
That's right. Remember what you're doing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's still going.
The crowd is in shock.
Crowd is in a coma.
Okay, students at Colorado College are mourning the death of a student killed over the weekend in Latin America.
You see,
20-year-old Julia Minard from Brooklyn, New York, has taken the semester off to study Spanish, or had taken the semester off to study Spanish and weaving in Guatemala. She was killed while backpacking in Punta Gorda, Belize, near the Guatemalan border. Police authorities...
you know what? I got to say something. For years, we used to get horrible hate mail for Jackie. People would say Jackie is the biggest dirtbag on the planet because he laughs during every horrible story.
Right.
And he has no regard for human life. Like the worst tragedies. 50 dead in a plane crash.
You know what? I remember getting a letter once. It had to do with the rape of a small child. And
Right.
Jackie laughed.
Yeah. Today, a small child was raped. It was like, so Jackie would always go on and say, look, I'm not really laughing, that's Fred. And Fred would say, no, it isn't. But we have to bring that up.
The
when he's
look
here.
he would give me when I would do that. He'd just sit there and do the slowest.
Write that down, Gary, for when he appears, because we really should reminisce about that.
Police authorities believe Minard was strangled Sunday night, and a 19-year-old man is accused in the attack. He's in custody. About 50 students gathered at the Colorado College yesterday to share their grief.
A terrible story, but...
Jackie having a good laugh.
Right. Go ahead, you're on the air, Scott.
Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing, Howard? Ask Kathy.
Right.
Yeah, I saw Jackie on the air on Saturday night, Atlantic City. Yeah, I was drinking with him at 3:30 in the morning. Man,
Were you in Atlantic City Saturday night?
Yes, I was.
And you were drinking with this guy at 3:30?
Yeah.
I very possibly was.
Well, he doesn't know if he was there. He was drinking with him.
Yeah, 3:30 in the morning. I don't know.
Where was this?
He probably doesn't remember.
Where was this?
It was in the lobby at the Trump Arena.
And you could drink in the lobby?
Yeah. Oh, it's great, man. You can drink anywhere.
Jackie, what do you do?
That's Jackie.
No, I had 2 sold-out shows.
Yeah, you did.
Trump Marina.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, you know?
So I didn't start drinking till 1:30, so 3:30 wasn't that late.
Yeah, it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock, remember?
You want to go to bed?
After 2 shows, why not go to sleep?
6:30.
You were up till 6:30?
6:30, yeah.
Why, 'cause
the
you
whole
gambled?
gang was down there.
Who's the whole gang?
A bunch of guys from me. Brian Phelps was down there. We were.
Oh, Brian. The whole gang, Brian.
Gizamondo brought 30 people from K-Rock. It was
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I heard Stuttering John got real drunk.
What is it?
John made me feel so.
You know what's funny about Jackie? Like, Jackie's like really successful, and he makes pretty decent money and everything.
Right.
I heard him this morning complaining to John that between shows there was no beer, and he was all pissed off. And he was in his dressing room. There was no beer, and he had to go wait at the bar for a beer.
There's always being pissed off.
There's
I
always-
didn't say anything about between shows.
There's always an anger.
Okay,
Monkey boy.
at some point there was
I
no
said
beer
when
in
I
the
got
dressing
done
room.
with the second show, there was no beer left in the dressing room, and there's no beer in my room, so I had trouble getting the beer, so I didn't get a beer till 1:30. That's all I said.
And you said it took you 20 minutes. You had to wait at the bar.
Yeah, I was staying there for a
Yeah,
long
he's
time.
angry.
Was
He's
it-
always
there
angry.
was no anger.
All bull.
There was no anger.
Then why would you bring it up?
Why wouldn't you just go get a beer? Why
I
would
was
you
talking
say
to John
that?
because John said how drunk he was, and I said I was pretty loaded too, and I didn't get started till 1:30.
I don't
Who
know.
knew you were listening with your big ears over there?
We're back, Jackie.
Good. All right.
The whole world revolves around a Budweiser.
Right.
You could afford 1 million cases.
Go ahead.
If he doesn't get that free beer,
Every sentence you say comes back in spades, Gary. Go ahead.
And every sentence I don't say comes back in spades, so who cares?
Yeah, the same stuff happens.
right?
I got
You're not any nicer to me if I shut up.
No, he's always complaining. Like there's always some disservice done to Jackie.
Isn't it nice that there were beers in the dressing room?
Yeah, and probably everyone came in and drank beer.
It's not enough.
It's
They
not
were
enough.
supposed to reload for his.
They should
You're
read.
talking about Saturday night. The whole, 2 shows, a big night from Atlantic City.
But it all
The whole
comes down to
focal
beer.
point was about beer.
Right.
Yes.
I couldn't get my beer.
Not how great it was to have 2 sold-out shows.
Nothing.
Not how well they were treating him.
No.
He treated me like a king, and it was wonderful.
And like the garbage he is, he walks around the lobby drinking
I'll
with
give
people.
you garbage.
Come on, you'll
Go
always
sit
be
in your
garbage.
basement.
You're garbage.
I'm not garbage.
White trash, garbage.
Successful garbage.
He's like,
What are you doing out there in the lobby?
20 minutes.
It's not the lobby. It's the casino.
And you know what?
Right outside.
I
I
could
don't
have.
know. The guy said it was a lobby.
You know what?
It's not
I could have
the
asked him for a beer, but I wasn't
You ever
gonna.
been to a casino?
I was waiting. A
The
test.
lobby.
The test. The test.
It's a test. We're in the driveway drinking beer.
Dressing room and walk
It'll be a long time.
over to the bar.
You know, I'll probably go back there again, but the next time
It'll be in the
it'll
rider.
be different.
They're gonna see that I have to go
better
to the
be a
bar.
cooler.
So that's probably why he's sitting there for so long to make
Howard.
sure they know.
Yeah, and everyone should know that Jackie didn't have his beer.
I worked with Jackie at NYU. It's got to be 10 or 12 years ago.
Right.
And, he's doing this big show. It must have been 700 or 800 people. And the most important thing was that there had to be Budweiser in the dressing room.
Right.
It didn't matter. Microphones, what time we went on was insignificant compared to that beer in the dressing room.
Right.
Well, you have your priorities. I have mine.
It's got to be ready. You're an alcoholic.
Oh,
So am I.
what news?
Here's a bulletin. He is such an alcoholic.
I never drink till 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, and you stayed up till 6:30 drinking.
I want to make up for it.
Yeah, if you drink 12 beers and you start later, it doesn't make you any better.
And surely there were more than 12
Don't you have
in
teeth to
5
brush?
hours.
How many? And he writes songs about it.
It's not in the dressing room. Thanks for breaking my balls. The song should be a hit.
But yeah,
20 minutes at the bar. Can't remember when. What the hell's going on? There's so much show.
Till the well runs dry.
Street 30. Where's the well?
Tap another barrel.
tap another barrel.
What did you guys do for a week?
He's the only guy I know who writes. He's the only guy I know who writes love songs to beer.
I know.
And it's, look at how sad it is.
You're welcome to sing along. It goes just like this. Coco makes all way before your time. Coco makes you prime whiskey.
I mean, I wouldn't ever think to write about beer.
But you know what he said? You keep talking about this, you'll make this song a hit. I'm like, this song's so horrible, nobody can make it.
Hey.
There's one letter missing from the hit.
Everybody caught on. Everybody.
Coco makes you way before your time. Coco makes you sleep right through your prime. Now
25
it's
years
to celebrate. Beer just gives you body weight and comes out of your ears before you're drunk.
We should make a whole album of this song.
Jackie, I gotta ask you. I want to ask Jackie a question.
Jackie tribute album.
Yeah, like the disco version.
Jackie, I'm being totally serious. When you listen to the song from 25 years ago, do you hear it and you go, that was a funny time of my life, it's goofy, or do you still think it's good?
It still makes me smile. What do you mean good? It's
He still thinks it should have been a hit.
No, I don't.
And he still thinks it is a hit.
It is a hit.
It's gonna be.
On Long Island, everybody bought it.
The jukeboxes.
Yeah.
It's number one in the jukebox.
Not that. That was the pot song.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
There was another
other substance I abused.
Beer songs, pot songs.
It's different, right?
It's so different. No one else has done it.
They call it marijuana.
This is the number one
before this song is done, we'll explain to all you people how this outlaw causes fun. See, pot don't make you older.
What came first, the beer songs or the pot songs?
The beer song came first.
Right.
Which beer song?
Because he wanted 922 beer.
We once had a party with friends from everywhere.
Hey, I Mr. Pot over there, I smoked some pot the other day.
I haven't smoked any in so long. You're so much more of a substance abuser now.
So anyway, yeah, please.
You really are.
Okay, wait a second. So the guy was rolling the joints.
Yeah.
And the only reason I tried it was because
It was so fascinating.
it was fascinating. And the guy takes cardboard and makes like a filter tip.
So it's not quite as hard.
So smooth.
No, so that the end of the joint doesn't get all wet.
But they do that in Amsterdam.
They do? Wow.
They actually have little rolled up pieces of cardboard on the bar.
thing.
What are you up to, man?
I'm not up to anything. I just took a hit because I saw.
Because you keep listening to the pot song and you can't.
No, because I was just like, oh my God, look at the
technology.
Look at the technology going into this rolling of the joint. No, I don't like smoking pot. I don't find it comfortable.
No, it's just
Why would you even do it just because there was a filter?
Because the filter blew my mind.
There's just such a long period of time where you were so dedicated to not drinking or anything, and now here you once in a while have a glass of wine. Or
once in a blue moon. I mean, I'm not like Jackie where it's 6:30 in the morning. I'm
And you're trying to drink to make up for the hours you couldn't.
Right.
6:30 in the morning we're eating.
being, for God's sake.
What time was it?
Can you imagine what he must have been like at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Please. Smelly, drunk. I bet she still stinks.
And you know what, Howard? In all seriousness, Jackie has really reeled it in a lot since, say, like 10 years ago.
I know.
I mean, he used to drink so much more.
Because he feels a little better about himself.
Yeah, I always remember the story Gary tells about him, like, hanging from a lamppost out in California.
We dropped him off at a hotel, and there was an awning, and the limo pulled away, and I looked in the rearview mirror, and Jackie was swinging around. He had his arm on the post. He was swinging around.
Right.
Fred was with us earlier in the night, and Fred was so embarrassed, Fred left. Fred got in a cab.
It's the only way to drown out all my sorrow.
Fred always leaves.
No. Fred said he was real. Fred said he was.
Was that true, Fred?
Yeah.
You were that embarrassed?
We were at the.
Totally.
Howard,
what was he doing?
He was just out of hand.
We were at the RCA record.
Was that the same trip that we tried to get into his room?
Yes, same trip.
Okay.
And what happened?
Oh.
He was, the show started at noon, so certainly you can't oversleep for noon.
Right.
So the guy, Scott, who worked at our LA station, was in charge of picking Jackie up, and he got there at 11. He called for 15 minutes, and he started to get nervous. He went to the room, and he banged on it a million times. He called some more. He banged on it. This went on.
How could you not hear that?
11:45.
Right.
And then finally,
the phone is ringing.
He was sure either Jackie wasn't in the room or Jackie was dead.
Right.
And banging and banging and banging. And all of a sudden, Jackie comes up, like, scratching his butt,
Yeah, right.
He just woke up, and he's like, what do you want? He goes, I've been banging on the door for 45 minutes.
Yes, so?
That was years ago, Gary.
I'm not that bad.
Yes, so? What was the problem?
I don't think I don't think there should be a story like that in your life.
The whole thing of him, he was trying to hang on to that pole, but he was so drunk, he was falling around it, so he was making circles.
I walked you to your room.
had to hang on to
I walked you to your room that night, Jackie. I really did. I walked you to your room, put the key in the door, and I tossed you near the bed.
Thank you, Mom.
But we were at a party, Howard, a Grammy party. They're sort of like black tie affairs. They're pretty big deals.
Yeah.
And somebody came and said, we got to go. And I said, why? And I said, Jackie's in the middle of the room screaming at the top of his lungs. And Fred had left already.
Really?
He's screaming.
And that's years ago, and Jackie says he's changed a lot. But then when we were in New Orleans just a couple of weeks ago, Jackie forgot what hotel he was staying at, and he said the wrong hotel room in the cab. When they were all going home. Yeah, and they ended up at the wrong hotel because he was so loaded.
Is that true?
Is that true or false?
I have no idea.
That's even worse.
John told me that one.
That's true.
John, isn't that true?
Yeah, we were in the cab, and Jackie told the cab driver the wrong hotel room. I'm like, Jack, that ain't where we're staying.
So did you correct me? Or
Yeah, I corrected you, but you were like so drunk.
You were what?
I was drunk, but listen to what hotel room I was staying at.
Have you ever heard of the Oyster Fest out on Long Island?
No.
I never heard of it either, but Jackie turned me onto it. I went to it a couple of years ago. Heavy-duty drinking,
right.
Big-time drinking. I just heard on the news this morning, the sad news, they've canceled it this year because of excessive drinking.
Right.
So that's another
But
one.
at least that's not us.
Yeah, what does that got to do with us?
They're
No, but
still going to be drinking at the St. Patty's Day parade.
No, we're just talking about stuff that's getting banned all over the
But they
place.
throw this fest, and there's a place to buy beer every 20 feet.
Right.
And then they blame the people for drinking too much.
I went there once with Jackie invited me once.
It's supposed to be you have a beer or two. You guys have 80 beers.
Right.
And people go berserk.
It's out of
You're
control.
wondering about drug use? Look at what happens with alcohol. And that's legal.
Jackie's got to be heartbroken.
That's his favorite event.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be where, Jackie would just tell a bunch of people, hey, who's coming to the Oyster Fest? We're all going to meet.
It's always great.
It's always great.
Yeah, you just stand out there and drink. It's great.
But Jackie used to
But it's fun to drink somewhere other than my house.
No, Jackie used to...
Walking and drinking.
Walking outside and drinking is so much fun.
And you're visiting booths.
He used to try to
I
convince...
take my big belly and stick it in people's faces.
And we get falafel and
we get
Stay in your apartment and don't worry about
It's
it.
so much more fun to walk
Stay at
around
home in your
and drink our beers.
Give me 6 hot dogs
And
and a
then we
48-ounce cup of
get
beer.
drunk and we look at junk.
Gluttony is beautiful.
He used to try to convince me that
I'm so gluttonous.
the reason to go to the Oyster Fest
Yeah.
was because there was this church that made fried chicken. And it was the best fried chicken ever.
Right.
But in the meantime, after 11 Heinekens,
Who could
everything
taste
tastes
the
good.
chicken?
And meanwhile, most people wouldn't eat that fried chicken because it's a bunch of old ladies all in their kitchens.
Yeah, and it's out
God
on the
knows.
street
It's been
all
laying there all
day.
day in the heat.
So good.
So good.
Good. Drink Baba Booey, you had a great time at the Oyster.
I actually did.
I drink beer all the time. To drink outside with other people is so much fun. I get
to the death.
it's so much
I
fun.
gotta go home. I'm sick.
What?
The Oyster Fest is the worst, though.
Yeah,
it's,
it's
like,
really?
it's like a whole bunch of concession stands, like 2,000 people in this little square. So everyone coming up there, hey, how are you? It's like,
Jackie hijacks you and takes you there every year?
yeah, it's one big personal appearance.
Right.
You know what I mean? With like everybody, and it's
Jackie loves it.
Howard,
Jackie loves attention.
how big is that town? That town's not that big, right?
Right.
Do you know how many people would go to the Oyster Fest? It would draw on a Sunday 200,000 people.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing.
and you can't park anywhere. You got to walk like a mile.
Of course, it's great.
It's like Woodstock.
I went one time with Jackie, and it was the worst day of my life because everyone's loaded, everyone's yelling crap at you, and it's so crowded. It's like the Feast of San Gennaro.
And there you go, Jackie. Your Oyster Fest canceled.
I knew about that already.
Oh, you did.
Is this the first year there won't be Oyster Fest?
I'll have my own.
I'll do my own thing.
It won't be the same. It's great.
It's great. It's great.
He's the only person who would want to be stuck with 200,000 people in a small area.
It's more like 10,000. Gary was close.
John. Doc, you're on the air.
Cool. Howard.
Yes.
Hey, how you doing?
Gary's out in the hall yelling.
Oh, what's going on out there?
I don't know, but
What's he yelling about?
I don't know. What do you want from us? What is it, Gary?
No. The news was the story was on the news this morning. 200,000 people, Jackie, not 10,000. 200,000 people overrun the town, and it's funny too because Jackie is almost like the governor of that town.
Right.
He loves it.
He's
walks
glad-handing as
He's
he
like the
goes
Wizard
down
of
the
Oz.
street.
He walks around, and everyone. It makes me crazy.
I know. Oh yeah, Jackie loves it.
That's his day.
Hey.
Jackie's here.
I haven't been there in 3 years.
Hey.
Hey.
He's disappointed it's stopping. He hasn't been there in 3
That's
years.
great. Haven't been there in 3 years. What's so great about it? You didn't go back.
I always have gigs and then find out it's going to be the weekend of the Oyster Fest.
But he does get disappointed. He's like, damn, I booked the gig the weekend of the Oyster Fest.
I absolutely do.
And I know his wife usually plays there. John told me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she plays out.
Oh, no. That's a big day for the
Her
Martin
band.
family.
Yeah, her band is usually out there on Oyster Fest.
She got her own booth.
It's good exposure.
Goldies and the mobile stage.
It's good exposure.
They have a mobile stage?
Yeah,
Wow.
the one that town rolls the stage in.
Gives my wife exposure.
Oh, my.
Oh man, we have to get over there.
Saved up a lot from yesterday, didn't you?
Let's have our own Oyster Fest. I got to see this.
We won't get a permit for that either.
Tell Jackie I got some oysters for him.
Okay.
Where will the Scoldies perform this summer if there's no Oyster Fest?
They're in the studio recording. I saw Nancy Saturday night.
Yeah.
There probably won't be a lot of live performances because she's in the studio getting ready for her new album.
Were they working on new music the whole time they were touring? Is that what went on?
I'm sure they were. Yeah.
No, it's just so funny going there because it's cold. I remember once I went to see Nancy's band.
Yeah.
And I had my kid, and it was freezing, and like there's like, you know, and everyone's drinking, everyone's bothering. I'm telling you, it's like a nightmare.
It's a St. Patrick's Day parade, except it's not even a parade.
Right.
Yeah, they're just standing around.
Yeah.
And then, what is there, like 20 booths of oysters?
No, there's like I guess 200 booths, right, Jack? I mean, there's a lot of booths, and like how much food could you eat?
Yeah, well.
You know, as soon as you stop at one, and then when you stop at a booth, you got to wait like for 10 minutes online to get something to eat. You have the kids. It just, I don't know. It's
and there's no entertainment other than oysters and beer.
And you walk from booth to booth and
you
look
know,
at what they have.
Nancy's band played, and you know, I mean, and there's always like, right, Jack? There's always like some band there.
You go ahead with the story.
They tell Johnny talks too much.
He tries to.
Well, what?
It sounds horrible.
How long would Nancy play? All day? She couldn't do that.
I think she did 2 sets.
How many songs in a set?
I don't know. I mean, it was too cold. I had to get out of there.
Exact number.
And you know what happens, Howard? You go to the Oyster Fest, and you get near the town, and then you can't go any farther because it's so crowded. So they make you walk about a mile to get to it.
To get to Oyster.
Yeah, right.
And you're parking on people's lawns and stuff. They're all angry.
That's fun. That's fun.
Great.
But it's true. I mean, Jackie loves it. It's
I know.
like he's there, he's smiling the whole day.
Yeah. I don't know what makes you
Does
love
Jackie
something
bring
like
a
that.
lawn chair or anything?
It's practically Jackie's bar mitzvah.
Yeah,
you know?
right. It's Jackie's bar mitzvah every year.
Because, you know, we left early, and he must have stayed there for hours because, you know.
Or a throne. What does he bring to sit on?
Nothing. He just walks around. He has a big smile on.
And what does he wave to the people?
He just
With a Heineken in one
yeah, he
hand?
holds on to a beer and just like, you know, some oysters, clams, whatever it is, you know.
God knows where they came from.
Yeah, are they raw?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
So, John, you didn't have 2 dozen beers, did you?
No, I did. Jack, you know I love drinking. I didn't love drinking there. It took about 5 minutes to get a beer. It just wasn't the. I'd rather drink in my house.
Wait for their beer.
5 minutes to get a beer. Who could wait that kind of time?
Well, at the rate I drink, that's a lot of waiting time.
You know, he wants a beer every 8 minutes.
It's just annoying. There's nothing to do. You're standing
There's
around.
nothing to do.
I mean,
What does he do? He just talks to people?
Yeah, he loves it. I mean, he is the mayor.
Right.
You know, I mean, he knows everybody there.
Right.
Right.
You know, like
Lived there
everybody's
for
his second
52
cousin, and
years. I've lived there for 52 years. Of course I know everybody.
I know. Well, did I lie? I'm just saying that you know everybody there. Everyone's like, you know, on first name basis.
Yeah, everybody.
You know, Jackie knows the hardware store guy. Jackie knows everybody. You know,
Everybody's either been in a band with Jackie, went to high school with Jackie, went
Right.
to college with Jackie.
Where they've been in Jackie's jokes
No,
or
Jackie's
songs.
You know,
And I like seeing those people. I'm sorry, that's me.
Jackie's dad was a scout leader. You know,
Scout
oh my
leader.
God.
Influencing young children.
That one isn't
He
true.
would teach the scouts how to do in a drawer.
My father didn't even know I was a Boy Scout.
it's one big family reunion or something.
Right.
you
It's
know?
like going to church and seeing everybody
Yeah,
sitting
It's like
there.
a funeral.
It's like, you know, a little house in the prairie where everyone knows everybody in the town. Everyone knows the blacksmith.
And then they
everyone,
raise a
that's how
bar.
it is with Jackie.
Yeah.
And I never understood the old ladies at the church make this fried chicken, and then they put it on 2 pieces of white bread. You know, but it's it's got a bone in it. I never understood that.
It's a sandwich
Yeah, but it has a bone in it.
and it's fried.
It's like take a chicken leg and a chicken
Laughing
wing,
at that for 40 years.
and then put it between 2 pieces of white bread.
Oh, my God.
It's so weird.
So good.
How did you end up going? He told you it was great?
Well, he invited us down. Just about 5 years ago.
I was there that time. It was
He
me.
invited us down, so I went down with my wife, and you know, at the time Jackson was like a year old, so I'm pushing him, and people are hurling bottles at each other, so we just laughed.
Right.
I don't think I invited you. I think you told me that you were coming.
Well, maybe John invited me, but you're the source. I think we went to go see Nancy.
Well, I thought it was going to be good. Jackie said it was like the best thing since sliced bread.
Right. And there is sliced bread with chicken in between.
Chicken in the bone.
Right.
I have no idea why you would put a chicken leg on a piece of bread.
I don't know.
We've never figured that out.
But you keep eating it anyway.
So good.
It's so good.
So good.
It's so good.
It's so good. Everything's so good.
So good.
Anything out there is good.
Bad attitude.
Anything out there is good.
It's so good.
If it came from there, it's
Yeah. Whoever that is he lives, it's good.
I told you, you saw Billy Joel in concert, you think he was singing
It's
Jesus
so good.
Christ.
Right.
Oh, Billy mentioned Long Island. Oh!
We went crazy. It was so good.
It's so good.
You should see us.
So good.
When Billy said Long Island, we went crazy. I'm from Long Island.
I love when you talk to Jackie about how they're potentially thinking about building a bridge to Connecticut.
Yeah.
We'll fight that to the death. Why? It'll ruin the town.
Why is it never going to happen?
Because too many people come over to our beach.
That stinky little beast.
So glad John's out of there.
It'll never happen. Hey, you know what's great is that you never come to the Babel parade.
No.
Oh no, there's a Bayville parade.
Jackie at that too?
First I go to Jackie's, me and Jackie get a few beers. We get a little lounge chair and sit on the side and watch the parade.
So lame.
It's like, it's like all the
So the people from Oyster Fest.
It's like the Arts and Crafts Club,
I have videotape of it.
Oh no.
Have they never asked you to be Grand Marshal, Jackie?
No, I've never been in. I boycott it.
They don't want me. I'm too raucous. And whatever happened, weren't you and Nancy trying to turn some gas station into a park or something?
It's been done.
Oh, it's been done? Yeah. Remember they were doing that whole thing with
Oh yeah, he was
money?
protesting the park. I mean, the service station.
Jackie protested a gas station?
Yeah.
Why?
It was a corner, and they were going to do something to it.
They were going to cement it over.
And Jackie and Nancy did some benefits, raised some money, and had to turn it into a park.
Yeah, it is a nice park.
That's in between their Sand-Aid gigs.
For those of you listening outside of the New York, well, people in Dallas have no idea that we had bad weather, I'm sure.
The rest of our network is uninformed.
Like Vegas is sitting there going, we wouldn't mind a little rain. Cool things down a little bit. But we had like really bad rain on Friday in this area.
It was like a hurricane.
Yeah, it was like a hurricane.
Big nor'easter blew in.
Yeah. And there was really bad traffic in the city. Just getting out of the city was real bad. And I was hanging around here. I had some business to take care of. So I was...
What time did you leave?
I must have left around 1 o'clock or so.
So how long did it take you to get home?
Well, not really that long because we took side streets. I could never do that on my own. We had Ronnie the limo driver.
Right, you just sat there in
I would have been in
traffic.
horrible traffic. We got home the quickest I'd ever gotten home in my life, actually, to be quite honest with you. And I kept saying, did you get home quick or were you in a lot of traffic?
That was what was so sick, is I got home quicker than I've ever gotten home because my parking garage is right by the 59th Street Bridge, and that's the only thing they didn't talk about on the news, and that was completely clear because 1st and 2nd Avenue were jammed. I went over the bridge, and once you got to the expressway, there was nobody on the expressway because nobody could get there.
Right. Nobody
could cruising along, and people are saying there's a horrible storm, and everybody's trapped, and we're...
And you're like, what's this?
There's no trouble.
The Grand Central Parkway was completely closed. Anything near water got flooded.
I know, the FDR Drive was a mess.
Yeah, the Long Island Expressway was no problem. So you go right home on that. So I got home pretty quick, and then...
Then you got home, there was no power.
No power. And then I didn't mind so much, but it was getting cold in the house. And then it started getting real cold in the house because there was no heat.
Yeah.
And then I figured, well, it's got to come back on. Then that night, I take the family out to dinner. I figure I'll come home, the power will be back on. Every one of my neighbors has power. Everyone in the world has power but me. So I'm starting to think it's a conspiracy against me because, I'm paranoid.
Power next door.
Power next door. So some houses behind me didn't have power because we were linked up with them.
Oh, I see.
But I guess, in my paranoid state, which is about 99% of the time, I was screaming that it was conspiracy. So,
did you try the switches?
Did I what?
Try the switches?
What do you mean the switches?
Like to turn the lights on?
No, thanks, Jackie. Yeah, all right.
He knows when there's no heat.
Yeah, Jackie, you can laugh all you want.
We'll get to your problems in a moment.
Yeah, we'll get to you in a minute.
No, I don't want to hear
We'll have a good laugh at your expense.
You already did.
Did you try the switches? No, I sat there and I figured they'll come on by
You
themselves.
have trouble with that stuff.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so at least I know not to live near water. Okay, so
Jackie has to put up a periscope.
Jackie will go rebuild his whole house only to have it wash away again. Good. So where are you staying now?
In the house.
Oh, you are in the house?
Yeah.
But just everything got flooded out.
It's unbelievable.
Well, how far did the water come up?
To the first floor.
You know how bad that is? My sister, when she was first married, lived in Pennsylvania, and there was a bad flood. And I remember we went there to help her, and everything was just covered in mud and water, and everything's ruined. And you keep washing the stuff in the washing machine, trying to get it clean, but you can't. You never can.
You throw it away.
Well, I bet
Everything
that
is
wasn't
ruined.
salt water. This is salt water.
Oh, I can't imagine.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Right up to the first floor.
There'd be a special on wet tapes.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to buy
all your stupid tapes and everything are
Jokeland is
Jokeland.
wiped out.
Oh man,
all my stupid everything is gone.
Every stupid thing in Jackie's house is gone.
Every stupid
every
video.
moronic thing.
Every moronic.
All those stencils, everything.
Yeah, all Nancy's dumb letters.
God's trying to tell you something.
Wait a minute.
Maybe it's time to.
Can you imagine the letters floating down the street?
I want to see the value Jackie puts on that junk when he goes to the insurance company. That's what I want.
Oh goodness!
My tapes are priceless. This is a body
of work. Oh, I hope you guys have a catastrophe.
His library was right back.
This is a body of work by an artist.
You can't put a value on that.
How can I put a price tag on that? I need to have somebody put an independent evaluation on this material.
What would you say that the New York Library's worth?
Oh, I hope you're getting a car crash. to put a price tag on this this lifetime of work. Your sensitivity is unbelievable. You know what, Jack? You go out to one comedy club, you tape it again. You got all your tape back. It's all the same stuff. Nothing missing.
Don't compare it to the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Yeah. Because what do you mean? Like all your tapes, all your concert appearances and stand-up act and everything? Seriously, is that all gone?
No.
No, you have that. That was on the second floor.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, he keeps that on high ground.
Right. No fool would put that on the first floor.
No, everything's wiped out.
What do you mean everything?
It's all gone.
What are you talking? You just said it isn't gone, and now it is gone.
Some of it is, some of it I don't even know.
He hasn't inventoried.
Did it like
it's a
wash?
State of siege. Bayville's unbelievable.
I know.
We're crazed. We're just so crazy. I haven't started thinking about what's where.
I thought about Jackie because Jackie's neighborhood made the news.
Yeah.
And they had these guys out there talking about how the fronts of their houses were gone. I said, I wonder where Jackie is in all this.
But Jackie still
have a good laugh?
Jackie still won't leave. Where's Jackie during all this?
It's unbelievable.
I kept expecting to see him on the news crying. Oh my God! Joe Bland is gone.
What a jerk! His house is wrecked and he's upset.
This house is
what a jerk.
This house is a monument to comedy.
That's a national landmark. It was Jokeland.
Jokeland.
Not to mention it's the place where I live, Robin. Have a good laugh. Thank you very much.
I said to Howard this morning, I said, it looked like the Mississippi Delta down there.
Banjo playing on the steps. Everyone pitching in and helping.
Down the street.
You wouldn't know I lived in New York. Oh, man.
That's good.
That's good.
That's funny. That's funny.
Well, Fred's upset. Right, Fred?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Fred's
absolutely.
Humor is gone.
The Louvre of humor.
Never seen such a party mood around here. That's what I get.
Fred,
what can we say?
Well, maybe it can be restored.
Somehow Fred's sympathy is always the last thing you want.
Yeah.
It's the most evil of all. The Louvre of comedy. Well, I don't know, man. You want to move from there.
And how many places did you own there?
Wait a second, you don't want that.
Okay.
All right. Okay. We're going to come back after these words.
Maybe.
We're not killed.
Yeah.
Robin, if you ever get raped, I'll be here a half hour early. I'll have more jokes written before you even hit me.
So he gives me a number. A new number I never even heard.
Not even a number you
I've got 4 numbers. This is a completely new number. I'm crossing crap out of my book.
Well, that is very much like Jackie. Jackie always had a million
A
numbers.
million numbers. There's no one number.
I'm at the East Studio.
Yeah, I'm at not that house. No, the other. Yeah.
Call Spinning Plates Production, and that call will be forwarded to my
Yeah, he's not kidding.
Home.
He is not exaggerating.
Absolutely. You would call and they say, no, Jackie's over at the office,
No.
which is right next door.
Yeah, what is the office?
You got my
Another
mother-in-law.
dump of a house. Another shanty.
That's my mother-in-law.
Yeah, call my mother-in-law. Who's your mother-in-law? She works for us. But my equipment is over my parents' house.
Oh, wait, my mother-in-law's off. Call Dot.
Call Dot. Because my mother has the equipment in her attic.
And you never knew you'd have so many numbers, you never knew where you were calling.
No, the studio on the south side got flooded, so we had to move all phone trunks.
Oh, so you didn't get the house. You got the office. You
Yeah.
try to call a number. No, Jackie's not here. He's at home.
No, I'm on a satellite phone.
Yeah, so he's the same way. He's suddenly now...
Who do you think is advising Angus T. Jones? Jackie Martling?
Yeah, you don't need that show. You can punch up scripts. Hey, we're the Beatles of comedy.
No, we're not. You're delusional.
Paul Peterson should get a hold of this kid and take him on a tour of the carnage that is child stars.
We're the Beatles of comedy. Jackie, we're not the Beatles of anything. We've got really good jobs. Don't fuck up. You're not the Beatles.
Hate to break up the Beatles.
Hate to break it up.
Go ahead, break it up.
You may be Yoko, but we're not the Beatles.
Yeah, by the way, the Beatles are doing just fine, and you're not in them anymore.
I hate to ruin the party, but when I leave, the whole fucking thing's gonna fall apart.
That's right, yeah.
You'll see.
Can you imagine?
He didn't even know it wasn't his ball.
We should lock Angus T. Jones in the room with Jackie. Let him watch with Jackie's life now.
You guys got anything for me? You got a show? Joke, cunt.
I want to do my show 5 days a week. I'm going to give you first dibs.
Now, hey, Robin, now I'm in the Hermits of comedy.
The Freddie and the Dreamers.
I'm Freddie and the Dreamers of comedy. I'll tell you what did this to me. The Mayan calendar.
You're in the 1910 Fruit Gum Company.
The Mayan calendar predicted me leaving Nostradamus.
Almost time for the annual Christmas party. I invite Jackie every year. That's where he corners me and goes,
Thank you for still being friendly to me.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for
having me.
I didn't think you were going to have me.
I go, well, why shouldn't I have you? You work here.
I just didn't think you'd invite me.
I go, well, I got nothing to you don't bother me at all. I can see you every day. Like I'm spending my day thinking about him.
Well, you could see me every day if you let me do my show 5 days a week.
Oh, no, that's not going to happen.
Well, then I'm going to terrestrial radio
With my Jackie Joke Cunt. Yeah, I think terrestrial radio wants Joke Cunt. Go ahead. Take it. Yeah, but Angus T. Jones, if this was like a Christmas show, I would be the ghost of Christmas past, and I would come and drag him over to Jackie's house and let him watch what happens when you fucking make too many waves.
I don't drink and I don't smoke weed. Now would be the perfect time to be doing all that shit. I'm not doing anything.
Well, anyway. Angus T. Young, I hope they get a hold of this kid and talk some sense into him.
Well, apparently they already have.
Yeah.
He was thanking, the show for the opportunity it has given him.
Yeah.
Suddenly he woke up.
Yeah, we did some research and found out that the T stands for totally fucking nuts. Like Charlie Sheen. What is this?
Yeah, I was going to get to that. Well,
let him tell you, Howard. Tell him what happened. Terrible thing happened last night, Howard.
Right, because, everyone knows that Johnny gets on Ambien, and he was trying to call me, but instead of calling me, he ended up calling my parents' house at 5:30 in the morning and waking them up.
Don't you think Johnny did that to get back at you?
I don't know.
Johnny, right? You woke his parents up because he wakes you up.
Well, I'm not going to say it didn't occur to me.
Why does Johnny have your parents' number?
Well,
No,
I used to live there.
Oh, he lives there. Oh, I see.
No, Johnny, you called the lake house that I used to live at.
Right.
And, because you had that number, because I used to live there.
Yeah, but the point is, Eric, that you call Johnny at inappropriate times and wake him up. He wants you to see how it feels.
And he did, Robert. And when he called me this morning, he was screaming. That's why I'm calling tonight.
Yeah.
Called me up and fucking yelled at me.
Johnny, what is in this for you, by the way? Why are you so involved with Eric the Midget at this point?
I have no idea.
Yeah, what are you up to, really?
I don't know.
Is it sort of like a fun thing so you're connected with our show? Or, I mean, what's going on here? I mean, what's in this for you?
I mean, I think I don't need him to get on your show.
Right.
But I don't know. You know?
How'd you get hooked up with him in the first place? I mean, what possessed you to get involved with Eric?
Flying with the balloons. I thought I could get him to fly with the balloons.
I see.
Well, Johnny owns JFSC. He promotes, stuff on that website.
Yeah, but that wasn't the first, he didn't own that at the time. I think that was a creation after Eric. He says he was trying to get Eric to fly on with balloons.
Yeah.
That's how it started.
Johnny wanted to be, a hero to the show.
Yeah.
Which is great. And then things got out of hand.
And then he got stuck with Eric.
Well, and Johnny has an interesting life, and he tells great stories, and he turned out to be a great guest.
No, I'm just saying he got stuck with Eric trying to help us out.
No, I know, but I'm pointing out to Eric as well that, Johnny could definitely be interviewed by us without his help.
And so then what happened was we got to be friends, and time went on. But the phone, he kept ringing the phone too much, and I told him once the baby's born, my lifestyle has to change.
Right.
And Howard, do me a favor, okay?
Yeah.
Don't have any fucking kids. I'm serious.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not. Meanwhile, I got 3 kids of my own, and my 16-year-old just got her learner's permit, and we went driving yesterday.
She drove you?
She drove me, and it was her second time driving. And boy, you get real nervous there. Because that's your little.
I'm surprised you were able to work today.
Oh my God, because that's my little baby right there. And all of a sudden, I go, I can't believe you're driving me. And, but yeah, she got me up and down the driveway anyway.
Oh, that's as far as you went.
Well, we went down a couple of streets.
Yeah.
And boy, that's tough.
Kids I got, I'm gonna say take the fucking car and go. Right with him and then Howard.
Here's a pack of cigarettes.
No, they're on their own. Yeah.
All right, hey Johnny, Eric, let me go because I got a million things to get to today on the show.
You got it, Howard.
All right, Johnny, take care.
Wait.
See you later, Eric.
What do you want?
What do you want, Eric?
As it was mentioned on the show
Bye, buddy.
Hold on, let me finish. Go ahead.
Both of my co-hosts have received late night calls from Johnny himself.
They don't have kids.
It goes both ways. He calls people late at night too, and one of the people he calls is on the East Coast.
All right, take it up with
you.
Johnny.
Eric, you go both ways?
Hey, Johnny, why are you calling?
I don't, fat fuck.
Hey, Johnny, why are you calling Eric's co-host late at night?
I didn't call his fucking co-host. I called his parents.
Well, you didn't yesterday, but both Gina and King said that they've received late night phone calls from you.
Well, that's possible. I really wish I could remember.
All right, thanks, guys.
Okay.
All right, Eric the Midget and Johnny Ferrado, power
working
couple.
out their
the idiot.
Working out their problems.
Eric the butt fucker. Eric the butt
Dave, you're on. All right, what else you got?
Now a little good news. Eric the Midget making his personal appearance at a Sacramento Kings game Friday night. 8 fans reportedly showing up to meet him. We have a picture of Eric the Midget posing with a couple of fans holding...
Eric the Midget, you're on the air. Go ahead.
It's Eric the actor. I'm club fucking footed, you asswipe.
I love that.
I know you are. I mean, I know now.
I don't love that you're club-footed. I love that you expressed it that way.
Right.
Does it make you feel good to make fun of people, fucker?
Who, me?
Yes.
Did I make fun of you?
Yes, Monday you were making fucking fun of me.
How so?
For my foot.
I didn't make fun of you. Eric, you're so delusional. Listen, I'm going to set you straight, and then I'm going to hang up on you. Number one, your foot was turned backwards. I said, I think something's really wrong with Eric. I was worried about you. I didn't make fun of your foot, and then you called in and you start yelling at me that you're club-footed, and I go, I didn't know that. That's why I was asking. I don't think I made fun of it. I didn't ridicule you for it. I didn't say, hey, gee, he's a jerk. He has a clubfoot. I was like, wow, poor guy. Looks like something's really wrong. I don't know why you perceive everything to be I mean, I guess you've been made fun of in your life, and you're probably twitchy about it, but fact of the matter is I wasn't making fun of you. I'm the only person that treats you like a normal person.
Well, no, sure that I'm not the only one that saw it as you making fun of me.
Who else saw it that way? You heard from somebody?
No.
Not exactly.
No.
There probably were other people that felt that you were making fun of me.
I demand an apology. Please apologize for yelling.
And you don't treat him like a normal human being. You give him way too much leeway because of his affliction.
Oh, you think so? Yeah, it's true. I wouldn't even put up with half his shit.
That's right.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Robin's right. You're not right about the 25-year-old, but you're right about this. Okay, Eric. Well, I understand what you're saying, but I don't agree.
Right. And unfortunately, last night, due to some problems with the online service we use for our show, we weren't able to do our show, but hopefully tonight we will be.
Take care, Eric.
You know, we heard nothing about that. Not one person called and said we couldn't get the show.
What are you saying, Robin? No one complained that you couldn't get Eric the actor's show?
Not one peep.
All right. What is a clubfoot anyway? Is that where there's no toes?
No, you have toes.
What do you
it's
have?
where your foot is turned to the side. Instead of being flat-footed like, a normal person, the person that has it tends to walk on their ankle more than their actual sole of their foot.
Wow, that's a clubfoot. I thought a clubfoot was like it was misformed so that there was no toes, or like it was just like a ball at the end of your foot. But that's binding the foot.
Well, I've not actually seen a clubfoot. You hardly hear that term anymore.
So you mean if you stand up, your ankles turn and you're walking on your ankles almost?
Well, only the right foot.
Uh-huh.
Could that be corrected?
Yeah, they usually do operations.
For some reason, they've given up on Eric.
Oh.
I think he has so many things wrong that
No, see, unfortunately, with my lung capacity that I have, I can't go under general anesthesia.
Same with my bulldog.
Oh, I'm looking at one here. He's absolutely right. It's, like the ankle is more facing
Prominent.
the floor than the foot is.
Wow. That's painful, huh?
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah. It's unbelievable, too. He has siblings, and they're all, like, normal.
And he got everything in that family.
Well, you got one, and Eric got the book thrown out.
Yeah. Like the phone book.
Like, if you believed in past lives, it means Eric was like either like a rapist or a killer.
Maybe he was Hitler or something.
He might have been Adolf Hitler in a former life.
Could be.
So he's being punished. I mean, Eric just doesn't get a break, right, Eric?
I guess not.
Yeah, I mean, but he survived. They told him he was going to die. When did they tell you were going to die?
Oh, in my teens.
Yeah.
And how old are you now?
Going to be 34 next week.
Well, that's great.
Next week is a birthday.
You almost doubled it.
You know who else had a famous? You know the famous guy who had a clubfoot was Joseph Goebbels from World War II. No, I'm not kidding you.
Really?
The Desert Fox.
And how could he be a part of the Aryan nation?
I don't know. Like, he should have been in the gas chamber.
Yeah.
If
they should have marched him and his clubfoot right in there.
Yeah, if they were looking for physical deformities and to destroy people with them.
Goebbels. Yeah, something tells me Hitler.
Goebbels has a clubfoot. Off with his head.
Something tells me Hitler and his main henchmen were hypocrites.
Yeah. You think they weren't consistent. All right, Goebbels, you're a good guy, so you get to live.
Rex Marshal Goering.
Rex Marshal Goering says you're a clubfoot.
Wasn't there accusations that like Goering was into young boys and shit?
They were all fuck-ups.
I'm sure a lot of stuff was going on in there.
They were a bunch of thugs who somehow got elected, you know?
Gangsters.
Yeah. But Eric's got a tough life. He does.
He does.
I wasn't making fun of the clubfoot. I really wasn't, Eric.
Sure seemed like it.
Yeah. You know who else had a clubfoot?
You've never been mistaken.
And I think you know this, Dudley Moore.
Yes.
The actor.
That's right.
Who was in the famous movie 10.
And it helped them to play a drunk.
Yeah, because you could see when he walked, he was always like sort of wobbly.
Yeah.
Oh,
I never knew that, and that makes total sense now. Because when he played the drunk, like especially when he's running on the sand and the hot sand.
Yeah.
it helped out.
See? He turned his negative into a positive, as Dennis James said on the famous telethon where he got pranked by Captain Jenks.
Right.
Yeah. Eric, is there anything that's like not afflicted on your body? I mean, like every part of you has something going on, right?
Not necessarily.
Is your penis normal?
I guess so.
Yeah. Like it's not a club penis.
It's not bent in any way, or
no.
Gary Berghoff had a. That's another guy I remember.
From Radar?
I think Radar had a club foot. I think.
Really?
Oh. Yeah.
I'm almost sure you're right, Howard.
Yeah.
Speaking of actors, when am I going to get more roles?
I don't know. You're a tough sell to Hollywood.
You call up and start calling Howard names, and then you ask when you're getting more roles.
I gotta jumpstart Eric's acting career. He hasn't acted in a while.
That's why we forgot you're Eric the actor.
He could be the Joseph Goebbels star. Because they're looking for a guy with a club foot. But, Eric, what?
It's been, let's see, almost 4 years. It will be 4 years this month since the episode I was on aired of American Dreams.
Yeah, in Hollywood, they consider you bad luck because right after you were on, Hollywood Dreams went off the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
American Dreams.
American Dreams.
American Dreams.
Most hot actors do have 4 years in between each part.
Wait a minute. That show was on the NBC chopping block even before they thought of having me on it.
I know.
That was comedic license.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're going to get the American Dream newsletter this week.
I mean, that's just I'm getting friendly with this guy, Robert Mills from ABC, who hosts, who works on The Bachelor. Would you consider being a Bachelor?
Why don't we submit him?
Oh, that would be great.
Would you ever consider that? Do you ever watch that show?
No, I never watched that.
Are you familiar with the premise? They put you in a house with like 30 of the hottest chicks, and they fight over you because they want to marry you.
So in your case, it would be science fiction.
Oh, shut up, fat ass.
Hey, we're trying to get you apart. What are you doing?
Did you watch Artie on Letterman?
No.
Eric's very supportive.
I'm looking at a list. The comedian Damon Wayans has a club foot.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Had him on the show, Eric. Damon Wayans.
And he does a lot of that with the characters he does, actually, now that I'm thinking, like the wino guy. And
I was told for once you actually cleaned up.
Yeah, he took a shave.
What? Oh, he's talking about me.
Oh, yeah.
For once.
Christy Yamaguchi, the ice skater, has a club. She was born with a club foot. She was born with a club foot.
And she became an ice skater, Eric.
Eric, why can't you become an ice skater?
Yeah, right.
Mia Hamm, the girl who played soccer.
Yeah.
So you're lazy, Eric. All right, listen, Eric, I got to go. But thanks for the call, and I was not making fun of you. I mean, I've made fun of you in the past, but not for that.
Right.
Your attitude's a little
crappy.
A little crappy and funny, but I'm not making fun of your club foot. Although I'd like to see it.
There's a million other reasons we think you're a shithead.
You gotta admit,
respectful piece of crap.
That picture was a little disturbing for people who care about you.
Yeah,
We
I
never
think-
knew that.
From what I remember, Howard was just saying, look, do you realize that, Eric? I mean, he was pointing it out to you.
Yeah, I was like, hey, the guy who dresses Eric is putting his shoes on backwards.
Right, he was being concerned.
I thought somebody was like trying to fool you or something.
Yeah,
That shoe is definitely turned around backwards.
it was crazy.
Yeah. So maybe somebody's goofing on him. All right, Eric, thanks.
Okay.
I do like you and I do worry about you, but you'll never believe that. Thank you. Here's Eric the Midget. The reason I'm putting him through right away, I do have good news for Eric.
Oh.
Oh, good.
I did a little work for Eric.
Another perk for Eric, who is completely ungrateful and called you what yesterday?
What did you call me again, Eric? I forget.
I didn't call you anything.
Yes, you did. Asswipe or something.
That was the day before.
No, you called him it yesterday, too.
No, that was Fred replaying the tape.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
No, whatever.
I still think he did.
It's on tape.
Trust me, the minute he's not getting what he wants, he'll be going back to that state of mind.
Oh, definitely. I think he's in it now.
I did a little work for our small friend. Eric was complaining to me that it's been 4 years since he's had an acting job, and it seems to be my responsibility.
Right. And despite everything he says about you, he just accused you last week of ruining his life.
That's right.
You
isn't
got
there?
rid of Johnny Fratto. You prevented him from going to the Bunny Ranch. You've done everything to this man.
Hey, Jason, did you print out everything? I forwarded you something to print. All right. I don't see it, but I can do it from memory. What?
Yesterday, kind of as a show of good faith, I looked at YouTube and found a bunch of people stealing your content, and I sent it to your people to kind of shut them down.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Eric. And as a reward.
That's something.
All right, that's something. So anyway, Robin, as you know, I have some contacts in the television industry, and I've recently struck up a relationship with Robert Mills, who is a producer at ABC for the TV show The Bachelor, and I guess he does other work as well. He's a pretty big guy in television.
You're not telling me Eric's going to be the next Bachelor.
Well, I kind of am, actually. What I'm telling you...
I'm club fucking footed, you asswipe.
All right, listen.
Fred, let him talk. Don't be pushing.
Yeah, don't be rude, Fred.
Dude, this is my job.
He's sitting on the edge of his wheelchair. Stop it.
Right.
Sorry,
So
dickhead.
I started talking to this guy about Eric, and he listens to the show, and he says to me, gee, what do you think of Eric? He says, do you want me to have a meeting with him? I said, yeah, I do. I want you to have a meeting with Eric. I said, what do you got in mind? He says, I'm thinking about Eric. Maybe there's something we can do with him. I said, what do you mean? Could he be the Bachelor? And he goes, why not?
Get out of here.
Listen to this. So he goes, what about Eric even appearing on, they got a Bachelorette starting, this very pretty girl, Jillian. He said, what if Eric is one of the guys vying for her hand in marriage?
Oh, my goodness.
For a relationship with her. I said, I think Eric's open to this. I said, I can't speak for him.
Will Eric be like the black guy? You can't throw him out the first round?
I don't know, but they're talking about Eric being some sort of part of a reality show and being one of the stars.
Oh, my goodness.
Like a major focal point. So I said, look, I know Eric's looking for work as an actor.
Well, it sounds like the acting
He's also
job.
looking for a woman.
It sounds like the acting job is going to have to be done by the girl.
Well, there'll be some acting going on around him.
Yeah, just like every girl that you're with, they act.
Well, you know,
I have dated some actresses. Thanks for pointing that out, Art.
So I said to Robert, I said, listen, what's the shot of Eric getting a meeting with you so he can pitch himself and sort of maybe come up with something that he can be involved with your production company? He says, I'll be happy to take a meeting with Eric.
Wow.
He says, let Eric know that I will meet with him, and that he said to me that it's because of my relationship with you and the show and the fact that I like it so much that I would do this for Eric.
How much you want to bet that Eric can blow this meeting?
You think he'll fuck it up?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Eric, are you going to fuck up the meeting?
No.
No.
Sure you
He's
will.
just said no.
He'll start making demands.
He'll what?
He'll start making demands. Like, Cameron Diaz. I need a dressing room. I need that. I need 2 first-class tickets.
I thought at first, I thought Robert was kidding me. I thought he was like putting me on it.
I think he is.
No, because
Maybe he isn't.
I even sent him an email and I said, look, I don't want to tell Eric this and burst his little heart, because it is important to him.
He's so sensitive, Eric.
But he seems to be legitimate, Robert. Unless
He
he's
really is thinking of putting Eric in one of these
reality shows.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Eric, I hope you don't blow it.
So, Eric, I don't know. I'm exploring this. I don't know how it's all going to take shape, but just know I'm working on it.
Okay.
All right.
Have you ever heard the term thank you?
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, my goodness.
You're welcome. So I'm
raised
trying.
you?
I'm trying for Eric, and I think all fans would love to see Eric on The Bachelor.
Oh, are you kidding?
Yeah.
I don't think that would even get me to watch it.
Oh, my God. If he wound up in the final 2.
Yes, it would.
Oh, that would be so great.
I love you.
I'm club fucking footed, you bitch.
I'm club fucking footed, you asswipe.
You should do that. That would impress a girl. Do that thing with your foot where it's all the way around.
Well, Eric, anyway, I thought you would be very, very pleased with that information.
Right.
What?
Eric's a shitty actor.
I think you said right.
Oh, right. I think you said what?
Yeah.
I think he vomited.
I've heard him do that before where he mixes right and what. He
Yeah.
goes, right. Eric, so you happy with this job?
He didn't have the job yet, Artie.
I mean, you happy with this opportunity.
It's a meeting with this guy, Robert, who's evidently a big deal.
Oh, of course he is. This is a hit show the guy produces. You don't just get meetings with people like that. That's a major thing.
No.
Right.
So instead of watching reality shows, you could possibly be on one.
Right. Become a reality show expert from the inside.
All right, Eric, that was my news for the day. And I don't know where it's going. I'm waiting to hear from him, so I'll let you know.
All right. Keep me updated, please.
Yes. You got it. All right, thank you, Eric.
Can you imagine?
I guess
he's got
he's talking to
Howard
his
Stern
agents.
repping him.
The meeting would be in L.A., I take it. So that's no problem, right?
I'll need 2 first-class tickets.
Exactly.
And I need a Mustang convertible
No, Eric, that's no problem, right?
with a Hemi engine.
No, it wouldn't be a problem.
Okay. Thank you, Eric.
Go back to trying to blow yourself.
Eric's a gay actor.
Thank you. No need to keep blurting out those names.
Yeah, really, Eric.
Eric, the ridiculous midget.
All right. So that
Fred,
was...
get off that button.
I thought I had printed out his letter for me to read on the air, but I don't have it now. Let's go to Eric the Midget. Hey, Eric.
Good morning. Eric the actor.
The actor. I love it.
Eric the actor.
Eric the actor.
How about that, Eric? You got to stop doing that, otherwise you're never going to get rid of that.
Eric the actor.
Eric, what can I do for you?
Well, I was calling to get an update about what you were talking to me about on Thursday.
Oh, okay. I do have an update for you. Actually, I did a little bit of work on Eric's cause on the weekend.
Oh, I'm glad you know what he's talking about, because I was like, uh-oh, here we go.
Well, I told you, I told you I have been in conversations with Robert Mills, one of the producers of The Bachelor.
Well, forgive me. I don't sit around wondering about what is going on with that
See,
all
Eric,
weekend.
I'm the only one who cares about you. Not Robin. She didn't spend a minute thinking about you.
Eric, the piece of crap.
And I don't think the rest of the audience did either.
Oh, I think they do.
Eric, the piece of shit.
I beg to
I think
differ.
maybe those 6 people who bought tickets.
Eric, so I spoke to the guy. We emailed each other. And I said, hey, Eric's really serious about having a meeting with you. And he said, basically, he said he can envision Eric in something.
You're bullshitting.
I swear to God. He said, I can envision Eric.
As him as the Bachelor?
Not as maybe being one of the guys vying for the Bachelor. Or maybe even being the Bachelor.
Right, that's what
He's
I
saying
said,
they've never had a handicapped Bachelor before. And
Do you think they should have as many handicaps as Eric the first time?
Can I tell you something? I don't know, but this guy's really interested in Eric. So I said, "How does Eric make this happen?"
They never had a club-footed Bachelor.
He said, "Give Eric my number."
Never had a fat ass as a bachelor either.
Yes, they have actually.
They have, yeah.
Are you ready for a serious relationship, Eric?
Not one your size.
Hey, Eric, and Robert keeps asking me to say, ask Eric to say something about the rose ceremony. He wants he wants an audition or something. I don't know.
Would you accept this rose?
Yeah, would you say, would you accept this rose, please?
Would you accept this rose?
Yeah. Okay.
And all the women are saying no.
They run out of the room. But anyway, so
would
he
you
said,
say I'm club fucking footed, you bitch?
He said that he wants to speak with Eric, and he thinks that maybe Eric could fit in somewhere.
I think this is the cruelest thing you have ever done.
Why?
This is crueler than sending Gary the retard to the moon.
Why? No, I'm not making this up.
You are
I said
pulling Eric's leg.
No. I said,
you
Robert.
don't know the man from The Bachelor.
No, I even said to Robert.
I'm fucking footed, you asswipe.
I even said to this guy, Robert, I said, I thought he was kidding around. I go, are you really serious that maybe Eric could do something on one of your reality shows? And he said, he says, I'm super psyched to meet Eric. I'll meet him and I'll have an interview with him.
Is somebody pranking you?
Maybe. But he did send me the advances of the Bachelor show and stuff, so he's the real deal. And he's got a business card that says, he's a producer.
I can print a business card that says anything.
I don't know.
See, the only reason I'm tolerating this is that I think Howard's pulling his leg.
No, I'm really not, though, Artie. I mean, I don't know that it'll amount to a hill of beans, but the fact of the matter is the guy's interested in meeting with Eric.
Eric, would you be one of 30 guys?
Yeah.
Sure. It's a roll.
All right.
All right, anyway, so I have the guy's number. Here, I wrote it down, as a matter of fact. And he said to give it to Eric. So?
Obviously, I know you're not going to do it right here and now.
No. I'm going to give it to Gary and have him give it to you off the air.
No, we don't have time to listen to him not answer for 2 days. You're going to do that.
Anyway, so he does want to speak to Eric.
Actor,
Yeah.
Eric.
Eric the actor.
And if it happens, it happens. Okay, Eric?
Right. The other reason I was calling this morning was, I don't know if you guys heard in local Sacramento news, the area is, for some reason, thinking of making it illegal for strip clubs to have lap dances.
Yeah, they'll take away all the fun.
Eric is going to be on that one.
Well, he's right. Politicians are so consumed with lap dances. I can't even tell you. That's because most of them want one.
Well, you know why, though? That's easy to fix. Just like when they come after us. Look at the way the world is going. Look at the economy. Look at this country.
Right. They're going to fix lap dancing.
Major problems. They're going to get rid of lap dancing.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
I guess Sacramento is in the toilet.
When they get rid of lap dances, that should only be after every other problem is solved.
That's another group of people out of work.
That's like putting a guy in jail for bongs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really not.
Well, or, I mean, that's talk about a time when the country could use a lap dance.
You're not
Right
kidding.
now.
Yeah, I mean, lap dancing will go away because nobody has any money.
They're going to ban lap dancing.
Now, I have the link to a online petition if anyone...
Yeah, we'll see, Eric.
Sign it. Just give me
Take
a
care,
message
man.
on MySpace.
We don't care. Bye.
On MySpace?
Yeah.
All right, Eric. I'm going to hang up on you now, but I'll give this to Gary and have him give it to you, all right?
Good luck.
Good luck.
All right.
Okay, later.
Eric the actor.
That Bachelor's getting too gimmicky. When they go to Eric...
You think it's the end of the line?
I think it's over.
Yeah, well, I'd like to see Eric on the show.
Well, of course I'd have to watch.
Yeah. We'd have to tune in.
And then Eric is going to wind up in the final two because the ratings will be too good.
Well, he'll end up in the final two because the girl will feel too bad kicking him out. It's like they always have these white girls, and they have a sea of white bachelors, and there's always one black guy, and inevitably, the black guy always gets through at least the first two cuts. Same with when they have a bachelor and they have 20 women, they always put one black chick in. And she always gets through one or two times, and you go, when's he going to cut the black chick? And
so it's the third show.
It's like the third show.
Yeah.
Eric will definitely make it through two shows. I guarantee you he will not be cut.
I'm telling you, they got to keep him until he's the final two.
But what's the politically correct level of what's the difference? If he was him and one black guy, who goes first?
Oh my God! I think they have to hold on to Eric because she'll be loathed if she breaks his
so
heart.
She'll have to get rid of the black guy.
I can't wait to see Eric in the hot tub. It's going to be great.
In that house with all those other guys. Oh, that's too funny.
I can't wait for our one-on-one date.
I'm stuck in a group date again. I can't get any one-on-one time.
Can you dance? I'm horrible. I'm too club feet.
I'm club fucking footed, you ass white.
Imagine if she felt so guilty she picked him to be her husband.
That would be funny.
That's a lot of guilt a broad has to have.
Something up. Go ahead.
Okay, there's a difference between the disease or whatever.
Holy fuck.
This is like the Maya Angelou show. What are we talking about?
Oh, God.
I heard you guys were talking about people that fuck inanimate objects. Eric the actor. There's a difference between that and what you're accusing me of.
No, I said Eric fucks his bed, but he's thinking of a woman.
There you go. There's a difference.
There is a big difference.
We mentioned that.
We said that. That's what we pointed out.
Nobody told me that you made any distinction.
Well, listen to the show, you evil little shit.
I said Eric fucks his bed, but the difference is he's thinking of a woman.
Right.
In the example, you were the normal one for once.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen up, fucker.
Oh, shut
I've had enough of this fucker. I'm pissed off with this little fuck today.
People in the message.
You're annoying me.
People on those message boards message him and get the thing wrong, and then Eric calls in all irate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to the show, you little fucking douchebag.
I'm club fucking footed, you asswipe. Nothing little about you except...
Yeah, just listen to the show, you faggot.
Brains.
You're a little faggot. Go
All
fuck
right,
your
come
bed.
on. All right, let's talk to... Thanks, Eric, for clearing that up.
Right.
And good luck calling that guy, by the way, and I hope it works out.
Afternoon.
Good.
He hasn't made the call.
No, I got him the number. All right, later.
Bye.
On the air, go ahead. In Louisville.
Yeah, hi, Howard. I was wondering if you or anybody else in there has ever heard Eric the Midget laugh. All the times I've ever heard him call into the show, all I've heard him do is complain. And sometimes I guess maybe whenever he's like in the middle of a sentence and he loses his breath, I think maybe if he laughs, he'll like suffocate himself and die or something.
I think I heard him laugh once when he was in here. Something made him laugh.
What was it like?
I don't know. I know what you mean. He seems like a kind of sour guy, but he did laugh once. Right? Do you recall that, Robin? Eric
Who are we talking?
Eric the Midget?
Yes, once he did laugh. He got a good giggle.
Yeah. I don't even remember what it was about.
Yeah.
JD says he remembers. Go ahead, JD.
I've heard him laugh several times on his Idol show.
On his Idol show.
And I could pull one, but it'd take a little while. He goes...
Right. Like a girl.
It's more of a giggle than a laugh.
It's real quick as...
All right. It's like the Michael Jackson kind of laugh.
Well, it might be a little deeper, but that's how I hear it.
I'm club fucking footed, you asswipe.
Yeah, that's the Eric I know. All right, thank you, Randy. Thanks for the call. Let's go to Eric the Midget. Speak of the devil. There you go, Eric. Go ahead. You got your couple of minutes.
Eric the actor.
All right, Eric.
Good morning.
Morning.
I just want to say I don't have any problems with you at all. You guys are not on my bad list. But callers like that are.
Why? He wanted to know if we had ever heard you laugh.
Yes, I laugh. Of course I laugh.
Well, how does he know?
We might not have ever heard it.
Why would you be mad? You get mad at everything. Why would you be mad? The guy wants to know, hey, did you ever hear Eric the Midget laugh? I go, yeah, I think I have.
Because I get mad because shitheads like that are prank calling me left and right.
He wasn't prank calling?
I know, but I'm saying stupid-ass fans like him have been prank calling me left and right on my cell.
But why do you give out your cell?
It was an accident. I did it on a message board.
That's an accident? There's no such thing as an accident.
How did you have that accident?
Well, change it.
I copied an email that I emailed to the Bunny Ranch girls. I copied it on their board, and I forgot to take the phone number out of it at first.
All right,
that Bunny Ranch is always getting you into trouble.
Here is Eric the Midget giggling. This is actual tape of him if you've never heard him laugh. Listen carefully. That's it.
Play that again.
You're a chipmunk.
Sounds like a puppy.
That's as much as you can get out? You have ever laughed uncontrollably for a little while, Eric?
He's a pretty controlled guy.
Yes, certain sitcoms and comedy movies and comics.
What sitcoms?
2.5 Men and some others on CBS. Nothing on NBC.
Nothing that makes you laugh on NBC.
He's never laughed at anything on NBC.
They got all crappy sitcoms.
Eric, real quick, I don't want to dwell, but did you contact the guy from The Bachelor who I put you in touch with?
Yeah, as I said to Gary in a voicemail, I called him once last week, and he called back.
Oh, he did. So you're actually going to meet with him?
Yeah, I don't exactly know when, but I will.
Robert Mills.
Right.
Yeah.
They haven't spoken. They've only emailed her.
No.
You
Robin,
spoke.
you're not listening.
You're right. I'm not.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit, really.
I called him once, left him a voicemail, and he called me back.
So you talked to him?
Yes.
And when are you two meeting?
I'm not sure exactly when.
But what was the conversation about? A job?
Yes. And to be specific, he's not exactly looking for me to be on the actual Bachelor or the Bachelorette. May do, like a totally new project.
Oh, really?
Wow, your own project.
And again, thank you for putting me.
You're welcome. Okay, hope it works out.
That's
All right.
very cool. What
All right,
could
Eric.
be Eric's project?
I don't know. I'm telling you, Robert told me he's for real. I said, don't put the kid on. If you're really into him and you really want to use him, he goes, no, I'm an Eric the Midget fan. I'd like to meet with him, and I'd like to talk to him about it.
This is very exciting.
Is there ever going to be a point in time when you change to say Eric the actor?
Yes. When you get your own series with Robert Mills, I will call you Eric the actor. How's that?
Okay.
All right.
Eric the midget actor.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Shut up, fat ass loser.
Yeah.
Artie the fat ass loser?
Who's up on your fucking website selling most pictures out of anybody?
Right. How are sales?
They're all right, I guess.
0.0.
Are you making any money with that? With those pictures, Eric?
0.0.
Kind of had to shut the site down for a while.
Oh, you did?
You took your site down?
Well, due to one of the fans reported me to SSI.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
One of your fans reported me to SSI.
In other words, you get, because of your condition, you get Social Security assistance. And one of the fans actually took the trouble to report you to SSI?
Yes, and I had to go through a bunch of hoops to clear that up.
Boy, oh boy,
Our fans.
Our fans, boy. I'll tell you what, whatever shithead did that, I got to side with Eric on this. That's just low. The guy's in a wheelchair. He was trying to make some money. He doesn't make a lot of money.
Yeah, the government doesn't give out. He's not rich from the government.
Trust me, I don't like paying taxes. I mean, I got to, and I do it, and I understand my taxes have to go to some good things. I don't mind my tax money going to Eric.
Thank you.
I don't. Send SSI a photo of yourself. They'll understand, Eric.
No audio, because then they'll hate your guts.
First of all, I am sure they'd never want to take you to court. I mean, can you imagine wheeling Eric in and then the SSI guy standing there going, this motherfucker was selling pictures of himself on the internet.
Is the
I'm
judge
club fucking footed, you asswipe.
That's the thing, though.
Is the judge going to entertain them?
Yeah, I mean, the judge would say, listen, there are there's a billion problems in this world greater than Eric the Midget selling some pictures on a website.
Tell me he can get out of that wheelchair.
You know what it is with SSI? You have to prove you have no other income. So probably the 15 cents he made selling Artie's picture on there.
Yeah, like he's making a living.
Oh, Eric, that's ridiculous. And to the creep who reported him, you're fucked up. You're really going to rot in hell. That's messed up, man.
Yeah, I was sitting here just thinking about that woman who was shot with the arrow, and I said, somebody out there knows that was their arrow, and they're not coming forward.
No kidding.
Well, who turned in Eric the Midget?
Yeah, right. Turn that guy in. Turned in Eric the Midget. Imagine one of our listeners picked up the phone and called SSI and reported Eric.
That's crazy.
Wow. That's cold.
That guy was so stupid he didn't know the right office. He reported me to 2 offices here in Sacramento.
So what happened? They wrote you a letter?
Yeah.
Wow. And then
Were they threatening to turn off your assistance?
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Can you imagine the condition he's in?
Really? And making him work to keep his assistance. That's another thing he doesn't need on his plate every day.
So you were making a couple extra bucks, right? And now you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
I guess that person's happy now.
How did that affect your lifestyle?
Well, I couldn't get quite a few things that I needed to get.
I hope that person feels really good about themselves. Artie, even you got to feel bad for the little guy.
Not really.
No? You're okay with him being...
Matter of fact, I reported...
Artie, yeah, I knew it. I knew Artie was the one.
Artie turned him in?
It was either Artie or John Hine.
Why, does John Hine have a problem?
I don't know.
I think everyone has a problem with him.
All right.
I wouldn't turn him in, though.
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't have turned him in.
I would never rat a kid out like that.
Right. All right, Eric, thank you.
No problem.